Hello? 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 I boot the game up. Give me 1 second. I boot the game up. Give me 1 second. I boot the game up. Give me 1 second. How's everybody doing? I guess there's nobody here yet. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. I got a phone call. Oh, never mind. My thing just lies to me. my dumb phone is like, oh, you have a thing, bro. And it's like, no, I don't. I don't have a voicemail. Why are you telling me I have a voicemail? Why? It's like the weirdest thing ever. I don't know why it does this. It does this every single like month. It's like, you got a voicemail, bro. 30 minutes ago, yeah, you got a voicemail, and it's like nothing. How does that make any sense? What is it trying to tell me? I don't know. I don't know what it's trying to tell me. It's just saying to me, you got a voicemail, bro. And I'm like, hell yeah, voicemail time. I'm excited. You know, I want a voicemail. Well, maybe I actually don't, because usually it's like scams or some random crap like that, right? Maybe that's what's going on. Is it's like a scam voicemail thing, and then it's like a scam voicemail thing, and then like the system deletes it or something, and then but it still tells me I have a voicemail, and then it's gone or something. I don't know, right? I mean, that's a possibility, I guess. Okay, big moment here. The VA. Oh, over nothing. Well, that's like. I mean, at least they're getting the messages, you know. I don't know. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. I mean, it's so weird to me. I don't know. See, I just don't know what the cause of that would be, you know, like why I'm getting those voicemails. If it was like, hey, we're gonna cut you a deal on a phone, bro, or something, you know, that would be annoying. But like, at least it would make sense, right? That's the thing. I don't know. Maybe I should just be grateful I don't have any like serious voicemails. Maybe that's a good point. Maybe I need to like actualize my gratitude. Okay, let's see if I can fast roll. No, I still can't fast roll. 24. So I think one more will get me there. Or no, maybe I take something off. I guess. We'll go one more here. And then we'll pump strength. Or no, we'll pump vit. Boom. Start using our card. Which card are you talking about? Oh, you mean like their credit card. Their credit card. The credit card they give you. For okay, for serving. I gotcha. Is it a good credit card? Or like what's the deal with it? Is it like or it's all the same, I bet, right? That's the problem, is I bet it's just the same as like your other cards, right? Like that's like 100% the problem, isn't it? Is it's like totally identical to your other cards, except you just are not used to it, or your money's not in that account or something, right? That's the impression I get. Like 100%. I bet that's what's going on. Well, I think I can go talk to Meralda, or I think I can go get Meralda's souls here. Yeah, so we'll go 50 vit, I guess. I mean, I'm fast rolling with some equipment on. I wonder if I can do Talisman of God here, actually. Yeah, I can. Okay, that's actually really good. I think well, maybe Heater Shield breaks it over. Or no, I still okay. Cool. No, we're good. I'm set up. Oh shoot! I think I didn't use anyway. Yeah, I mean, well, I know I got one a while ago where it was like, I have two bank accounts, right? Because there's the one I used when I was still in college, and then what happened is my grandpa died and gave me a bunch of money. Not like a bunch of money, but like some. I got some money when my grandpa died, right? And so he had an account with Wells Fargo, which I don't know if that's a bank wherever you are. No, yeah, you're here, so that is totally a bank here. So I have an account with Wells Fargo, and I use that for my banking just because that's the account I have money in. And like I've gotten a couple emails or something where it's like, please use your university credit union account, because that was the bank my mom used. And you know, it's an okay bank, I guess. It wasn't like an issue. They did do something that really annoyed me though, and that is one day I got a letter that was like, we have a non-suing clause. We're gonna update our terms to have a non-suing clause. So like, and the thing is, right? Okay, why is this not open? I guess I just gotta kill Red Dragon. And the thing is, right, like, I can respect the idea that... oh, we need a different set of spells. I can respect the idea that a company doesn't want to be sued. But, like, it's one of those, like, it's like one of those doctor's forms, right? Where it's like, you go to the doctor for surgery, and they're like... you go to the doctor for surgery, and they're like, and they, like, make you sign a waiver, right? And it's like that waiver.
If so, I will help you. Sage.
The thing about that waiver, right, is like technically you can't sue the doctor if you sign that waiver, but in practice you totally can. Like there's a big difference. Like this is the weirdest thing about this, right? Because in practice you totally can sue that doctor. Like it's not even up for debate. You absolutely 100% can sue that doctor, and the reason why is because there's like a massive there's like a massive difference between like, oh, like if something goes wrong, like let's say you go find us for surgery and you have a heart attack and the doctors do everything right and you still have a heart attack and die, which totally can happen, right? Surgeries can be kind of dangerous just because you need to be under anesthesia or whatever, right? So things can go wrong. You can have a heart attack on the operating table. You know, the doctors can do their best and you can still die, right? And then it's like that's within the realm of reasonability. You know, but if the doctor's like drunk or something, or like something else like that, like there's no way in hell that I don't think, as far as I understand, maybe I don't understand the legal system, but my understanding of like the doctor's like drunk or just like full-blown committing like fraud or malpractice, that form does not stop you from litigating them. Like there's both there, of course, there's probably going to be a criminal case too, right? It's not like, you know, it's not as if it's not as if under any circumstances that like that's how common law works, right? Like how common law is supposed to work is like you can't contractually sign away your right to be, you know, treated like fairly, right, by the system. And it's like there's just isn't how it works, right? And so the idea, and so these non-disclosure or these non-lawsuit agreements that every company wants to do is a really worrying precedent. Just because, like, there's probably situations where they shouldn't work anyway, but they might. It's, like, really weird. That's like, the problem, right? Is, like, what about in scenarios where there's, like, fraud of some kind? And there's, like, some gray area stuff with this, too, right? Where it's, like, contractually, it's like, okay, like, are they being kind of dishonest? Are they being really dishonest? Are they being sort of dishonest? Like, you know, stuff like this, right? And so it's a worrying development. A little bit, but I mean, it's like whatever, right? I mean, I guess, you know, if I'm saying that how it's supposed to work is that they don't actually work in scenarios where they're egregiously, where they're being egregiously dishonest, then I guess I can't really worry about it, right? That's sort of the irony. So that's sort of the idea, right? Is it's like, okay, well, like, you know, how honest do I think that really is, right? Like, do I really think that the system is actually like fair? Like, can you actually sue right in our society? I mean, like, I probably can't because I don't have very much money, but that aside, right? Plus you need like a good enough like claim, I guess, right? You need like an actual grievance. But that's sort of the main issue with, but yeah, so that annoyed me when I got a letter in the mail, and it's like, and I know that all these dumb companies are doing it anyway, they just don't tell you, right? So that's the joke, is like I'm sitting there complaining about this, you know, bank, basically, this like rinky-dink bank that's like local, like having a non-litigation agreement, right? But it's like I'm sure Wells Fargo is doing the same thing, you know? Like Wells Fargo is just a bigger bank, and so it's not as obvious that that's what they're doing, or something like that, right? Like there's no way, there's no free lunch, right? There's like no way that they're not going to have that as a thing. But that's like the theoretical underpinnings of why that's an issue. I guess you could say. The theoretically, right? And so it's a big question in our society about like the nature of lawsuits as like a societal institution. Right, because supposedly, you know, you're supposed to be able to sue, right? And then what happens is judges and juries make deliberations on that, right? In the pursuit of fairness, right? And that's kind of the main issue with a lot of the interesting thing about our society, right? Is we have this justice system, right? This is the crazy thing about it, right? So we have this justice system, right? And everyone knows, everyone is supposed to believe in this justice system, which makes sense, right? It's like, yeah, obviously people who murders probably should go to jail, right? There should probably be a trial to prove or disprove that someone's a murderer, and if they're a murderer, they should probably go to jail, right? Like everyone kind of agrees that, right? But like the idea being is you have these big companies. And this is a criminal thing too. It happens to criminals, right? But you have these big companies, and they're like, this system is punitive in and of itself. Just being in the system is punitive, right? That's what everyone agrees. So everyone agrees that this system is good, and yet everyone also agrees that the merely being in the system is punitive. That there's something inherently punitive about the system itself. And so there's a huge effort. Anytime there's any question of misconduct, right? The fear is not necessarily that. There's fear even at the prospect of being accused of a crime, right? And so you have these big companies who are like, we don't want to deal with litigation because that is a punishment in and of itself, which is like crazy, right? So you have a system that's supposed to be justice, it's supposed to represent justice, and yet everyone agrees that it's a punishment in and of itself to even be within it. Right, like no one wants to be accused of murder. Right, like literally nobody wants to be accused of murder. No one wants to be accused of crime. No one is ever in front of the judge saying like, oh yeah, this won't affect my life, right? It's like it just never works out that way. Even if they're exonerated, right? No one says to themselves, oh, I hope they put me to trial because then my innocence will be proven, right? No one ever says that. No one's like, oh, you know what? Well, I hope this goes to trial because then we can prove my innocence, right? No one ever says that. That's not the modus operandi of the establishment, right? Because that's the irony of the system. So it's like interesting, right? You're guilty for even being accused to a certain extent, right? It's kind of the irony. And so I mean that's the nature of the criminal justice system, and I suppose the civil system as well, right? Like no one wants to be sued, I guess, right? Like small claims court, like your neighbor's suing you for. You know, it just doesn't make business sense. It doesn't make dollars and cents, right? So you can't deal with lawsuits, you can't deal with civil cases, you can't deal with this stuff because, it literally just doesn't. It costs more than it could ever possibly gain, right? Something like that. Yeah, that's the idea. That's what I'm saying, right? Is like, yes, you literally. So, but the problem is that this happens to literally millions of people all the time. Millions upon millions of people are subjected to this kind of system, and like they're guilty before they even. They're essentially regarded as being guilty before they've even seen any kind of trial at all. And so you have all these people who are like, and so everyone believes in the system, and yet at the same time, or at least most people, I guess, believe in the system, but. To a certain extent, right? But at the same time, it's like you're guilty just for even being tried, you know? And like behind the scenes, everyone admits that that the system basically makes you guilty before you've even been guilty, just for being accused of a crime. You're automatically guilty to a certain extent, right? It's like there's some guy who was talking this while ago about some rapper, right? And I'm not saying this guy's innocent or guilty. Obviously, that's not my business. I can make suppositions or whatever, but he's been held in detention for like 10 years or something, or it's been a long time. He's been held for a really long time, and he hasn't been tried. He hasn't been he hasn't been convicted of a crime. And so, like, this guy, and I guess this is kind of a weirdo case, and I get why, right? Like, obviously, if he murdered somebody, that's a big deal, right? Like, that's a serious problem. But they haven't technically, they haven't proven that he's a murderer yet, right? And he's still been held for like 10 years. And so it's like so crazy, right? Because the justice system doesn't even really believe in itself to a certain extent, right? Like, I'm not saying that's unjust, right? Obviously, I get, like I said, right? I get the idea that he's like, if he's a murderer, he's a murderer, right? That's a problem. And like that's extenuating circumstances or whatever, right? The justice system has him held for a reason, I suppose. But like, he's still a guy who hasn't been convicted of a crime, who's been in jail for like 10 years, right? I mean, it's like kind of messed up a little bit. You never know, right? Maybe they'll exonerate him. But if they exonerate him, if they held him for 10 years because they're sure, let's say they're sure he killed somebody, right? Let's say they know for a fact this guy murdered somebody, and then they hold him for like 5-10 years, and then a jury exonerates him. It's like, okay, wait, was he guilty or was he innocent the whole time, right? It's like, what the hell's going on? Is this like a Nelson Mandela thing, right? Like, is this guy like a full-blown like Nelson Mandela Gandhi type deal? Where he's like totally innocent, but they're holding him in jail anyway because they're just like scum? Or like, is it like a situation where the justice system failed and he totally did murder somebody and basically got away with it, sort of, but then he didn't because the system punished him? It's like weird. It's like none of that makes no sense at all. It's like entirely idiosyncratic for the individual. Like, I wouldn't call it idiosyncratic. Idiosyncratic is probably not the right word, but like, yeah, totally kind of idiosyncratic, right? Like, a bunch of, like, judges and cops think that he's guilty, and so he basically is punished for it before he's even gone to trial. So it's like they don't even really believe in their own system. It's like, right? They believe in their own system as a means of keeping order or maintaining the law at all costs, regardless, irrespective of the rights of the individual. Or, like, this guy's, like, reasonable doubt or whatever, right? But then it's like they still have to go through the process of trying this person and like deciding whether or not they're guilty or not, just for the show of it, right? Something like that. It's like weird. It's like really weird. It is like really, really, really weird when you think about it. Which, like, not to say it's bad. I'm not necessarily making a value judgment here about like whether or not that's a just system, but it's whack as heck. It is weird. It is weird, but I guess that's the strategy, right? Is they don't, you know, you're not supposed to ever be in front of a judge for any reason, right? Like, you're never, ever, ever supposed to be in front of a judge. I guess. That's the idea. You're never supposed to be arrested by a cop, and you're never supposed to be in front of a judge. Like, that's... Like, the system has somehow failed. You or the system has somehow failed if that's ever the case, right? Like, that's the idea. That's, like, the premise. The conceptual, like, logic. Which, like, I guess makes sense, right? It's not like if they didn't believe in their own system, they would think you should be in trouble for all kinds of stuff, right? Like, the premise is that if you're in trouble for something, it's probably because you're accused of something relatively serious, I guess. So that's sort of the idea. But it is interesting. Like, the point is that there's no, they don't take a guy who's like, you know, you don't take a guy who's maybe guilty of something and put them in front of a jury, and like, as proof of exoneration, you claim that somebody never committed a crime in the first place. Well, it depends. It varies. But yeah, that's it does vary. Because like, the thing about human history is any number of things have happened in the history of humanity you could possibly imagine, right? There's all kinds of criminals who've, I guess, gotten away with it, and there's all kinds of innocent people they've murdered for no reason, right? That, like, you know, that like a mob has shown up with pitchforks and torches and murdered them for no reason. And so the thing is that, plus crime itself is a social construct, right? And historically, humans are divided by, or human societies have been divided by things like class and like expectations, right? So if you're like, you know, the Mughal emperor or whatever, right? You can just like execute people, right? The irony is you're the rule of law, or you're what is taken as the rule of law within the confines of that society. And so if you want to execute somebody, you can just like do it because you're an absolute monarch, right? But by the same token. And so, like, Crime and Punishment itself is... I don't know, I've never read that book, sorry. Not to, like, imply that I have anything to do with the actual book, Crime and Punishment. I think Crime and Punishment, the book, is about a guy who regrets decisions that he's made in the past, right? So I think Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, if I'm understanding it correctly, is not exactly about crime and punishment, it's more about personal regret. And so the nature of personal regret is being a form of, like, self-judiciation, if that makes sense, right? So, like, most people do minor, stupid, bad things that they regret, right? Everyone has something like that. And the punishment for that is they kind of punish themselves over it. Does that make sense? Right? So the idea being is, like, they wake up and they're like, oh, I regret that. That was really stupid of me. Kind of thing is I guess the idea about that. But, like, the legality, the nature of law, right? Because we assume law and order is like a fundamental component of human society, and it probably is to an extent. But also, it has to be taken into account that varies. That it's a social construct entirely, and so that varies based upon where you are in history, who you are, what you're doing, and all kinds of other facets like that, right? So it's not like, oh, you know, we have trials that are fair in this time or other time. Although I suppose there's Hammurabi's Code, right? So supposedly there's the concept of law dating back to ancient Greece and Babylon, right? So these are codified versions of the law, the theoretical codified versions of the law that mostly deal, I guess, with stealing and murder or something, right? So you can't be stealing from other people, and you can't be murdering, or that's like a crime in Babylonian, you know, Hammurabi's Code or whatever, right? Kind of thing. But I don't actually know much about that. I'm not a Babylonologist or a Syriologist or whatever those guys are called. You know, I'm not even really a historian. I'm like, I have a degree in economics, so like, there you go. It's you know, I was really great at social sciences in high school, but then when I went to college, I was like, oh, you know, I'll just do economics. And it's interesting, but it's really more of a science and a social science in a lot of ways. So it's very different from the social sciences that I had been accustomed to, as I you know, when I was a kid or whatever, right? But that's one of those things my history teacher would always say in high school. Is he was like, well, you know, anytime there's society, there's any number of outcomes. Anytime you have a planet with all these different societies, and there's interactions between societies, and there's, you know, the idea being is that any number of outcomes have happened. They've tried everything, right? Literally, they've tried everything, right? So, like, when the Spanish first arrived in North Africa looking for trade and stuff like that, right? The theory goes is that every single possible kind of interaction took place, more or less, right? So there were times when the Spanish tried to steal from North Africans and just take stuff, right? There are times when North Africans tried to steal from the Spaniards, right? And then there's all kinds of different trades you can possibly imagine that end up working out towards the transatlantic slave trade, right? So you have Spaniards bringing all kinds of different goods down to North Africa, looking to trade them for whatever, right? Anything they think they can take back to Spain. And then the natural outcome based upon global geography is something to the effect that the Spaniards decide on, I can't remember what they bring down to North Africa, but they bring like certain kinds of finished goods down to North Africa, and then they trade those for slaves that the North African local kings capture, and then they move those across the Atlantic towards the Caribbean and towards Brazil, and then complete the cycle by going back to Spain, more or less. And then they bring like gold, silver, or whatever goods are being generated in the Americas, right? Most infamously gold and silver, but you know, sugar's a really big one. Sugar's probably the biggest crop that ever existed in North American history, is supposedly, right? Usually when you think of North America, you think of like cotton or something, but The sugar was the most valuable resource supposedly within the confines of whatever it's called, like 1500s, 1600s Europe, because it was actually a spice, right? So when you think about spices, right, you think of like cardamom, you think of like cloves, you think of like you think of like cardamom, cloves. I should probably poison him. I'm gonna try to poison him this next cycle. You think of like cardamom, cloves, nutmeg, right? You think of these things from the Far East, from like the distant East. You think of like turmeric, right? All these things from the all these things from the distant East. And the thing about all these things from the distant East is that sugar was actually one of them. So it's actually they had no way of manufacturing sugar in Europe, in medieval Europe. Now, later on in like the 1700s or 1800s or something, somebody figures out a way to turn beets into sugar. So some guy, you know, basically using the burgeoning science of chemistry, figures out a way to convert beets into sugar. But for a really long time, all through the Middle Ages, sugar had to be imported from the East. From the Middle East, at least. And I believe the plant itself originates in like India or something, right? So sugar was like very, very prized, and almost no one had access to it. It wasn't until but when the Spanish arrived in the New World. So when the Spanish arrived in the New World, the number one thing they cultivated was actually sugar. Sugar, I believe, was the number one thing they cultivated, and the primary product of the Caribbean that was brought to the New World was sugar. And most slavery, at least initially, was cultivated, slaves were brought to harvest sugar, specifically, right? So in Brazil, and in probably other crops too, but at least in the Caribbean and in Brazil. And so that's kind of one of the interesting things, is that sugar is the defining. You can argue that sugar, the defining crop of slavery, both historically and concurrently, both today, right? Because there's a lot of like sketchy operations in the. Usually, when you think about modern slavery, you think of chocolate, right? So in the Horn of Africa, or whatever, you know, sketchy farmers doing sketchy, you know, business where they have slaves or quasi-slaves or something producing chocolate, producing cacao. Is usually what you think when you think about modern slavery. But sugar, even into the 20th century, every kind of sketchy labor practice you could possibly imagine. And furthermore, interestingly enough, you know, there's huge ethnographic relationships in South Asia. So there's like tons and tons of islands where in the Pacific Ocean, where there's like a bunch of Indian people on them, like people from India, or people who are descended from people from India, right? So it's like generations of people from like India, and it's like, what were they doing there? They were cultivating sugar. That's what their ancestors did. Is they were brought to these islands specifically to cultivate sugar. Places like Singapore, for example. Well, I don't know about Singapore. Singapore's an entire. I actually don't know. I'm not sure what they were cultivating there. But yeah, the island of Fiji, I believe, where like half the population is of Indian descent from the Indian subcontinent, because the British had them as like indentured servants and producing sugar on the island, and that was like their job. So they needed more people generating sugar than the island had in population, and so they brought huge numbers of Indian people from the British Raj to produce sugar on these Pacific islands. And even modern slavery today, in places like the Philippines and the Pacific Ocean, are theoretically based around the cultivation of sugar. It's actually really fascinating. Oh, I think I fired it too early. Yeah, no, I got it right. Cool. Boom! Nice and simple. I did it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna level up again. And then I'll just like hammer this whole area with cool. I'll try poisoning him, I guess, next time. So that's one of the interesting things. I guess we take a Crisp Blade here. Yeah, we need fresh sugar. Exactly. That's a good point. We need more. We need more fresh sugar. I'm down with that for sure. Absolutely. We need that delicious, delicious fresh sugar. Mmm. Fresh sugar. And then I can eat it with some. Just eat it right out of the bag. Just get a spoon and start eating it right out of the bag. Just like get a spoon. Just like get my bag of sugar and just get my spoon and just start eating it right out of the bag with my spoon. Crunch, 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 crunch. Yeah, that's this character eats spice like that too. That's definitely true. That's definitely true for sure. Can't deny that. Gotta admit that's what's going on. Okay, I think what I do is I just go. I'm gonna do homing Solero here. I'm gonna stick to the bit here. I'm just gonna stick to the bit. I'm just gonna stick to the bit of like going homing Solero here. And then I think we level up first. I guess I could do Flame Toss. What do I have? Oh no, I have Water Veil attuned. Honestly, this is a boss where a light weapon is actually probably not bad. So maybe I'll do light weapon for this boss. Because you can just kind of wail on him. He doesn't really stop you, and he's very weak to magic. So I think we'll do light weapon for this guy. Then we'll go Vit. We'll try to hit 100 Vit here. So I'll blast my way across the bridge, and then just like light weapon up. It was a good time. See, my history teacher in high school was like this award-winning guy. His name was Bracken. He was like a big award-winning teacher, and he was like the fanciest AP World History teacher in the school. And the thing was, I was a natural to stuff. I didn't really try. Well, I guess I did try that hard, but I got a 5, so I did really good on that test. I got a 5 on that test, and I got a 5 on AP American too. It was like really easy for me. And then English too. I don't know. It kind of just made sense to me. And so we'd have days where the professor or where the teacher would be like, and this is a weird thing he did. Everyone, he only did it one time. It was really funny when he did it. He's like, what you're gonna do is you're gonna connect 2 random events together. So he takes 2 random events out of a book, 2 global events, and I can't remember what they are in retrospect. But he takes 2 random events out of a book, and he's like, you're going to take these 2 random events and connect them together. And I'm like, okay. And he pulls out 2 random events that don't make any that are completely unrelated, basically. So to imply a link between these 2 events would be very difficult. Oh, am I over? No, I am not over. Cool. I'm fast rolling. To imply some kind of connection between these 2 events would be very difficult. And I think I did it. I feel like I successfully did it. At the time, but I can't remember what it was, and I knew peers in the class who were like, "Yeah, I don't have no idea. I just wrote some stuff down," and I'm like, "Whatever. Like this is totally possible." Like, so that was the sort of thing. But that was the thing is I was too dumb as a kid to realize that was kind of my deal. You know, like that's the thing is when you're a teenager, you get suckered into every dumb thing that gets presented to you, and you don't realize that you got a talent for something. That was never how I was. You know? And so it's like when I chose economics, it was because the internet told me to, that was like a good choice. Although it kind of was. It sort of wasn't the worst study in the world to study economics in college, but it hasn't been lucrative. Let's put it that way. I don't have a big fancy career in economics. Oh, shoot. You know. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe would I have a big fancy career in history if I had studied that? Honestly, probably not. Maybe, but I don't know. My 20s were really rough. My 20s were my late teens and early 20s were like really hard. But you know, whose aren't, right? Aw, this sucks. I need to just get in there. Just eat this crescent grass. Ow. You know what? Why am I even doing this? Why? Well, literally, why am I even doing this? The thing is, Like, on the surface, this seems like it makes sense, but I think in practice it doesn't. I should probably just have wording. Yeah, whatever. Those are the good old days, though. See, it's like I wish I could go back and do it all different. I sure wish that. It's probably a really stupid thing to want, honestly. It's probably like a really stupid thing to want. You know what? Let's use the shield. What am I doing? Let's use the shield. Let's mess around with that for a bit. There you go. Yeah. And, well, wait a minute. No, we don't need the shield. So I put all this effort into the shield and I'm not even like using it. Whatever. Who cares? See, it's like when I moved last. What was it? When I moved. When I moved like 9 months ago, it's like I really regret that. Yeah, hey dude, it's more Demon Souls. We're going all the way to plus 5 here. We're gonna complete Demon Souls. We're going all the way to the top of the. Didn't expect that one, yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm a real out of the box kind of guy. You know, you never know what you're gonna get out of me. You know, it's not like I'm gonna play the whole game or anything like that. You know, I'm gonna hop around, play a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You know. I don't like completing games or finishing them or anything like that, or playing them a lot. That's not really my style, as everyone knows. But yeah, I moved, what was it, 6 months ago or something. Or no, it was 9 months ago now. It's a huge mistake. I don't know why I did it. You know? But that's just how it is sometimes, you know? I keep thinking that what'll happen is after a year, I'll just, like, beg to go back. And that'll be really dumb. It'll be really dumb of me to do that, but maybe I'll do it anyway. Maybe I'll just go for it. Oop. Okay, so I should be able to kill this Blue Eye Knight easy. Yes. Nice and simple. Because I knew the Landlord pretty well. But I sort of ended it in kind of on bad terms, so I'm probably goofed on that respect. Probably not going to happen. That's okay. It's life for you. The worst and best starting class? That's a great question. That's a really, really good question. I think Barbarian is probably the worst. To be honest, it's like okay, but it has wonky stats, honestly. It has like really wonky stats, actually. So it has like magic for some reason. It's got like a big bonus to magic or something. Like low faith, high magic or something crazy like that. Knight is, I think, a really, really, really good class. Knight, I think, is probably one of the best classes in the game because, oh god, this area sucks. I should just have wording for this. Knight is probably the best class. Yeah, it's just not worth it. Like, the bonus stats you get just are weird and not worth it. I think if they were a little bit higher, plus you also start at a higher level. So it's like you're gonna level up that many times anyway. No, I think you're right. Templar Knight's really good. No, I forgot about Templar Knight. Templar Knight is you're probably right about that, actually. I'd forgotten about Templar Knight. Temple Knight. That's a good point. You're actually probably right. Royalty's really good too, yeah. I think Priest isn't too bad. I think Knight is probably underrated though. Knight is really good. Knight is really good. Knight has like, it has low magic, it has low, Knight has low luck and good everything else. So I think it's a really good class too. Like underrated. I think Knight is very good. You have like, you can talk to the wizard trainer immediately. You have some starting intelligence, so you can attune stuff. You have some starting faith. Yeah, definitely. I think Temple Knight probably is the best, though. I think you're right. I'd forgotten about Temple Knight. Probably Temple Knight is the best. I think Thief is probably bad. I mean, starting with the dagger and the bow is, you know, one class I think is probably better than people think is Hunter, because you start with a bow. Like, I think starting with a bow is actually not bad. So both Hunter and Thief I think are better than Barbarian. I think if Barbarian started with a bow, it'd be a lot better. I think if Barbarian had like a compound longbow or something on it to start, it would be way better. Yeah, well, the axe is bad, but you can replace that pretty easy. You just grab the wing spear, or just like a short spear or something. It doesn't really matter. You have plenty of good options for that, actually. Like, that's not at all... That, like, it's not ideal, but you have plenty of good options for that. To swap that out. That's, like, not actually an issue. Oh, why am I fat rolling now? Is Blue Blood Blade... Blue Blood Blade is literally heavier than Phosphorus and Pole. This ain't it. This ain't... Whatever I'm doing right now is not it. It's like, I understand. Oop. When he hits like a truck, oh god. Oh, come on. Ah, shoot. That's really bad. Well, that's whatever. I wouldn't use that as a weapon, honestly. I think that's a very terrible weapon. Whatever. I guess I'll just put off the Colorless Demon Soul. So why am I'm slow rolling? I think I just go Demon Brand, actually. Forget that. Yeah, well, I can't have Warding on because I need to be able to hit him. I need to be able to Soul Thirst him. So I actually can't. I actually cannot. It's like really stupid. I don't know if I think I need to kill Penetrator for Pure White World Tendency here now, which is gonna stink really bad because I need the Colorless Demon Soul. So I think if I had to order them, what are the order? What's the classes again? Give me 1 second. Let me take a look at the starting classes real fast, and I'll order them for you right now even. So we have okay, so Knight. So probably number 1 is Temple Knight. I agree with you about that. I'd forgotten about Temple Knight. Temple Knight's really good. I think maybe either Royalty. Royalty might be second. Royalty's pretty darn good. I think Knight is about as good, actually. Knight's pretty good. Because what you can do with Knight is you can grab the Wooden Catalyst and basically be where Royalty kind of is for no real effort. And all 3 of these classes start with 7 luck. Right? So they're all really good. And then I think probably the next best class is maybe like Hunter or something. Or Soldier. No, it's Soldier. Soldier's the next best. Because you start with a Spear. That actually matters a lot. Everything else kind of doesn't really matter. You have good starting strength, good starting dex. You have some endurance and some HP. So it's like whatever. Like starting with the Spear is great. So I think Soldier's probably next. And then probably Magician, just because you start with high magic and a high attunement or high intelligence. That's really good. And maybe Priest is about as good. Honestly, maybe you could argue Priest is better than Magician. I think Priest and Magician are about 6s. Maybe Magician's like a little bit better. But there's really nothing stopping you from being a magic priest, from going priest and then just start casting spells. And then Hunter is also pretty good too because you start with a bow. It's not essential, but I think it's way better than a lot of these other classes. And then Thief is probably next because again you start with a bow. And so you don't have to look for that. And then probably Wanderer and Barbarian are last. Wanderer has 13 starting luck, which is like really stupid. And it starts with like a Falchion, which is okay, but it's like whatever. I don't think Wanderer really does anything. You don't even have a helmet for some reason, so you have like leather armor and then no helmet for some reason. Wanderer's, it's probably okay though. And you have like a crappy shield too. And then Barbarian is probably the worst because you start at a higher level, which is actually a bad thing. Probably the best thing about Royalty is you start at... So Temple Knight, you start at a low level. Knight, you start at a low level. And Royalty, you start at a low soul level. So you get you can then distribute those level ups slightly more. You get a couple level ups that are a little bit cheaper, whereas Barbarian starts at level 9. So it's actually a downside. It's actually a disadvantage. And I guess Thief is the same too. You also start at level 9, and you get like a little more vigor. Like honestly, none of the stat points in Barbarian go to waste. You have 15 strength. That's okay. You have 13 endurance. That's fine. You have 15 vigor, vitality. That's fine. But some of the stat points do go to waste because you have like 11 magic and 11 luck. It's like, why do you have 11 magic and 11 luck as this character? Yeah, well the problem is I don't want to miss out on the soul. I'd rather die to him than miss out on the soul thirst. Is the thing. Okay. I want to soul thirst him so badly that I'm willing to put up with a lot of crap. I'm willing to like die and stuff to do it. That's like my whole strategy is to soul thirst him. So that's the issue. That's the thing about it. So it's like, really I should have warding on, but I don't have warding on because of Soul Thirst. That's really what it comes down to. That's like really what it comes down to. I don't want to kill him and then for Soul Thirst to wear off, or for warding to be on when I need to Soul Thirst him. But like honestly, I'm probably losing more souls than I'm gaining just by dying. If I don't make it to him unscathed, if I don't make it to him without dying, it probably isn't really worth it, because he's not worth that many souls. He's like one of the bosses. He's like Armor Spider, where he's just like not worth very many souls. So it's like kind of stupid for me to even bother hitting him with the thing. Let's actually try doing a heavy attack here. Oop. This is like really dumb. There we go. That's a strategy. Look at that. It just works, as Mr. Howard would say. It just works. Maybe I'll just zap him. Honestly, maybe I'll just try zapping him with Soul Arrow. Like, it can't hurt. What are some of my other spells? Oh, I have Light Weapon. Okay, yeah, forget that. I don't want to Light Weapon this anymore. It's just not that impressive. I need a character with like either really high stats or like luck or something for it to like actually work. If I'm gonna melee him, I should just be using Demon Brant. So maybe I'll try zapping him with Soul Arrow. Uh-oh. Come on, guys. Guys, gentlemen, please. Sweet. Dang. There it goes. Nice and simple. Nice and freaking simple. Nice and freaking simple. You gotta love it. Oh, come on, guys. Oh, there you go. Maybe I'll grab some Stones of Ephemeralize here, too. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I think warding is really good. But I think maybe I'll save it for the higher cycles when I don't want to Soul Thirst stuff anymore. Realistically, that's what I should be doing. You're absolutely correct. I sort of fooled myself a little bit by not. Cool. The grass. Blast. Blast. Stone of Ephemeralize. That's nice and good. Bolt. Whatever. Okay. Now okay, maybe we'll try zapping him. I think I'll probably just go along the line and kill the archers and then just try zapping him. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't want him to shoot at me. Is the thing. But, like, I honestly feel like... Can I fast roll with, Or no. Wrong one. Wrong one. Can I fast roll with Demon Brant on? No, I can't. Okay, that's really bad. Whatever, we'll just Phosphorescent Pole him. If I want to melee him, I'll just hit him with the Phosphorescent Pole. Screw it. Screw it. Forget about it. Let me think here. Yeah, so I think this character is the Temple Knight. I think starting with the halberd is really broken, because it's not that well. It's a good enough weapon that it's good enough. That's the thing, right? Like, I don't think it's the best weapon in the game. I think you could definitely make the argument the Murden Hammer is better. And it's like hardly essential. Like, you can totally beat the game without it, but it's good enough that starting with it really rules. And you like drag and upgrade it. You can hardstone it, and it's fine. I definitely think Knight is underrated, though. I think starting with the broadsword, or starting with the longsword, is like a little crappy compared to compared to starting with the halberd. But the actual class itself it opens a lot of doors just to be a knight, and there's like basically no wasted stats on it at all. That's the thing. We'll try soul arrowing him. Ow! Okay, well that's bad. This boss is kind of annoying me. Maybe I'll try like hitting him. I don't know. Surely I'm doing this. I'm just doing this wrong. It's like stupid. Like I should just have warding on and just like suck it up. Like that's actually what I should do is have warding on. Like right now, and just like put that on. And just like suck up the fact. Well, I don't know, because he can still kill me when it wears off. That's the issue. I don't think warding is necessary. Like I know that I can beat him with warding, but I don't know that I can soul thirst him. But I think the timing on it's fine. Take light weapon off. Let's give one more shot. We'll give one more shot. If I need it, I will do it. I wanna like get this. I wanna get this right though. Halberd did the same damage, at least at +5 crushing. Well, the thing about the Murden Hammer is it does strike damage. So you like hit skeletons really hard and stuff. You hit skeletons slightly harder. I think the Halberd is about as good. I don't really think the Halberd is. I don't think the Murden Hammer is essential. The bigger issue with the Halberd is unless you start as the Temple Knight, getting one is like 5,000 souls from the merchant. So you have to go all the way to the stupid filthy woman merchant. Like arguably the worst merchant in the game. And then you have to pay 5,000 souls to her for it, you know? So that's like the issue with that. Is like you have to get 5,000 souls, which like isn't impossible, right? You could kill like the red dragon and get 5,000 souls and then and like take the small flame scale soul to her and like pop it and like buy the halberd. But at that point, you could also probably just get you probably just use a spear until you get the Murden Hammer. So that's the real issue with... That's like the actual issue with, that's like the actual issue with, whatever it's called. That's like the actual problem with, so that's like the real problem with Halberd. It's like you either start as Temple Knight or there's actually kind of almost no point in using it because the spear will do good enough for a while. You don't actually need the Halberd moveset until after you have the Murden Hammer, because spears are pretty okay. And then like you can kill Adjudicator with like the Crescent Falchion or something, right? Like you have ways of dealing with Adjudicator probably. And also, unless you're playing like certain types of characters, Island's Edge isn't that essential early. Like the better I get at this game, the more I think Island's Edge early makes sense. But also, by the same token, it's not essential for like most characters. It makes much more sense to kill Flame Lurker. And if you're going to Flame Lurker, you don't need the Halberd. It's not essential. It's just not. Right? Like you can totally get the Flame Lurker with just a spear, either short spear, and you don't need any dex investment at all, basically, except for minimum. And it's like totally fine. That's the thing. That's the only reason I think that Halberd is not as good as Murden Hammer, basically. And then when you do get the Murden Hammer and you upgrade it, you can like blast through Ritual Path and stuff because it deals strike damage. So I definitely think that it is worse, but it's not worse because it's like Halberd isn't worse because it's like meaningfully worse. It's worse because of game routing. It's worse just because of where it is in the game and how you get it. And that's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Right? Like, you literally, like, here's, like, what you do is you start as, if you're starting as any class other than Temple Knight, right, you just go to, if you're starting as any class other than Temple Knight, you just go to the Dregling Merchant, you buy a short spear, and that's more than good enough until the Murden Hammer. Like 100%. You don't need any other weapons until Murden Hammer. And then it's like you just get Murden Hammer, and then it's like, okay, well that's like, it's already obsolete anyway. Is at least my prognosis. My appraisal of the situation. I mean, but like again, if you have the Halberd, it's fine. Like you totally can do that. You totally can pay 5,000 souls and get the Halberd. And like it will do its job. There's no way around it. You don't have to, like, it's not something where it's like, oh, like, I'm tricking myself by using the halberd. No, it's totally fine. It's, like, completely fine. Like, totally 100% good. Good as gold. Oh, shoot. Ah. These guys are gonna... This is so annoying. It's, like, 100% good as gold. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. But, like, even if you're starting with it, the funny thing is, even if you start with it, it's not... Even if you start with it, right? It's like you still have to get through Stonefang Tunnel with it, right? Like, where are you going with it? Right off the rip. It's like, okay, well, you're going to Stonefang Tunnel, right? And so, like, technically, if you wanted to be optimal, even if you start as Temple Knight, it makes more sense to take it off and put on a spear anyway. Now, the problem with that is you have to then upgrade that spear. That's the issue with that. The issue with that is very simple. I mean, I should just, I don't know. I'll do warding if this doesn't work. If this proves to be an issue, I'll just do warding. This guy scares the crap out of me suddenly. Maybe there's a way to cheese him? I want to look into that. I want to look if there's a way to cheese him. But the thing is that warding, or not warding, so that's the other, so the, like, yeah, it's like an awkward weapon, but it's not bad or anything. You can't, it's like a lot of other halberds, and you can't moon or crescent infuse it either. You can only dragon infuse it. And so I think it's a great candidate for Dragon Infusion. I think it's probably like one of the... I think it might actually be the best candidate for Dragon Infusion in the game. Because you can't Dragon Infuse any of the spears. And your other options are like swords and stuff, which are pretty crappy. You don't really need any of those. It's not like essential. But... Can I cheese him? That's not working. That isn't working. That just isn't, that just ain't doing it. Try again, I guess. We gotta get under him fast. I just kill him like this. Maybe? Oh, okay, here we go. See, I like this. This is a little more my way. I like this. This is my kind of, this is my strategy. I like that. That was my way of, I like that. That was actually my way of doing things. I like that. That was actually really good. I really like that, actually. Honestly, maybe I should have tried firestorming him. And I leveled up too, yeah. It was actually all worth it. It was all worth it. That was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough, you got me. You got me. You got me. You got me. You 100% got me. Right there. That was, I like that. That was good. That was good. That was real good. That was really good. That was really good. Really good and really smart. That was, okay, you know, what can I say? What can I say about myself other than I love that. That was so good. That was so freaking good. That was like masterfully done. It was like a stroke of genius, basically. Like, I don't want to, like, toot my own horn. And, like, but I think I might maybe be a genius or something. I think that might be what this game is telling me. Is that I'm, like, a super genius. I'm, like, the 1% of the 1% super geniuses who run the Illuminati or something. Because I think what that's telling me. I'm really proud of that, actually. I'm sorry. I'm really proud of that. I'm just kidding. But I am really proud of that. I am very proud of that. I have to admit. I am, like, exceptionally proud of that. That was real. I really like that. I feel like that was like, just chef's kiss. I chef's kissed that one. That was. I'm shocked by my own performance there. It was bellissimo, whatever, however you want to put that. I don't know. That was peak Souls gameplay. That was just what the doctor ordered, honestly. I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. It was like kissing the frog or whatever. Alliant turning his grave. Yeah, well, Alliant's gonna be turning his grave a whole bunch of times because I'm gonna kill him like 3 or 4 more times. Or is it 3? Is it okay? So I've killed him twice. So I only need to kill him 4 more times. Yeah. So I'm gonna kill Alliant 4 more times. So he better get used to turning in his grave because he's gonna die 4 more times. That's a given. That's not even up for debate. Alliant is 100% going to die 4 more times. There's no way around that. That's like Doom, or that ship's already gonna sail. We're gonna kill him that way too, probably. I might try Firestorm. I might try to kill him with Firestorm actually. We'll see how I do. We'll see how I do with that. That ship, it's not gonna happen yet, but definitely Firestorm is on the way probably. How is getting to oh shoot, there she is. Guys, jump scared me again.
I have you now, Richard Traitor to the king. I, Meralda, shall show you no mercy.
Wacky Meralda. Gotta love Execution Meralda. She's like really Baycore. Oh wow, look at that dodge. That was sick. Is her armor set really resistant to magic or something? There we go, cool, whatever. Okay, we don't need her stuff. We need her colorless demon soul. We can pick this up now, and then we don't have to worry about it later. It's most certainly not essential. It is just like most certainly not essential, but if I pick it up now, I don't have to pick it up later, which is the reason to do it. Come on. Boom. There we go. Nice swish there. Just basketball that. Oh yeah. Boom. Cool. Let me evacuate out. Boom. As easy as that. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. That was perfect. Okay, now I can upgrade the shield finally. And then what we'll do is with our remaining colorless demon souls, because we're gonna get more. We're gonna put it into a pay rapier. I think a pay rapier is our huckleberry for the next set of the game. Because the thing about a pay rapier is it does fire damage and it has really good magic scaling. So I think it's a natural progression. It's also really light too. It's really cool. So I think it's a natural progression from so I believe it's a really safe natural progression from I need to stand up by the way too. It's a really safe natural progression from Dragon Halberd. Because Dragon Halberd is wearing a little thin. It's most certainly not bad, but it's wearing a little thin probably. Okay. Boom. Boom. See, I could probably use a pay rapier against like dogs and stuff and just like kill them really fast. And like that's honestly probably a really good reason for it to do it. Gotta love it. Whoop. Hardcore. Look at this epic nail-biting Soulsborne gameplay. Look at this epic nail-biting Soulsborne gameplay. This is what peak Dark Souls performance looks like. This really is the peak Dark Souls performance. Ow. That's what peak Dark Souls performance looks like. I much prefer the mana bar, honestly. I think it's honestly the mana. Well, it depends, right? So like for Dark Souls 3, the mana bar is really bad. I hate the mana bar in Dark Souls 3. I really hate the mana bar in Dark Souls 3. I think it's what makes magic so much worse. I think if there was no mana bar in Dark Souls 3, magic would be a lot better. I think because there's a mana bar in Dark Souls 3, it's really bad. I I literally believe that if you had spellcast in Dark Souls 3, it would be a better system. You can do lots of like weirdo stuff where you have like no attunement slots and stuff, but I much prefer spellcast charges. Now for Demon Souls, it's a little different because the game is better designed around it. Right? So I'm sitting here and where's that there it is. So I'm sitting here and I'm doing this like area right now, right? And like it's a system where I'm gaming it so hard that it works for me. That's the thing. It's a system that's bad if you're not gaming it, but the second you start gaming it, it's actually a really good system, right? And that's the thing. I think that if I had to do this legitimately, if I didn't have like phosphorescent pole and I didn't have spices, it just wouldn't be as good. I think things like spices and phosphorescent pole are what kind of make the mana bar so good. Because you can kind of just sit there and cheese the hell out of it, like I'm doing right now. Right, it's like I'm literally losing no mana doing this at all. I could do this endlessly with this phosphorescent pole on. And like, it's kind of maybe not worth it, but it doesn't really matter because it's like, it feels good. It feels good. And so like, I think for for Demon Souls, it's a system that really rewards you for knowing how to work it. And it's part of the Demon Souls charm of like farming, you know, spices or whatever, right? But I think that if this were in any other game, like I said, for Dark Souls 3, I hate it. For Dark Souls 3, there's like probably nothing I hate more than the mana bar. And because it really comes down to Blue Estus, right? Like having Blue Estus is so bad. Having Blue Estus is so bad because it means you like have less Estus, right? And like the stat requirements for the spells themselves are high enough that it's an issue too there. So you're like really incentivized to have no defenses, which is really terrible in Dark Souls 3. So, like I said, and I haven't played Elden Ring. Maybe Elden Ring. I think Elden Ring does it right, where magic is like really good or something, right? I haven't played Elden Ring yet, but I definitely it varies. I definitely think that like plus the other nice thing about spellcasts is it limits how many times you can cast a spell, for better or for worse, right? So if they want you to cast a spell like Dark Orb 100 times, you know you're gonna get 100 casts of Dark Orb. Right? But if they don't want you to cast a spell 100 times, you're not going to get very many copies of it. And there's some cases where getting copies of the spell is really good because, or is like interesting, right? Like the fire spells, like the pyromancies in Dark Souls 2, where like yes, if you're playing through the game one time in New Game, you don't get enough copies of the spell. But if you're doing New Game Plus and you go out of your way to collect a bunch of Pyromancy copies, it's really good. Pyromancies could become really, really, really good at that point. And so that's kind of the thing about it. And so I think there's a lot more intrigue in terms of gameplay, right? Like, oh, suddenly it goes from like, and that's the thing about DS1, is like you get a single copy of Soul Spear from Logan, and you're like, oh, cool, this is my ace in the hole. I can use this, you know, 4 times or whatever, and then I have to go back to heavy Soul Arrow, right? And it's like, you don't just get the soul spell and then you get to run it into the ground. You have to go through the trouble of collecting all the remaining copies, which I think is actually really cool. Like, I actually think that's part of the experience, is like, you get to collect the copies and then attune them and then you have them, and it's really awesome. And so I think the mana bar kind of ruins that, right? Because you only need 1 copy of all the spells. I think Demon Souls does it pretty good, though, because you have to trade in boss souls for the spells, right? So, like, that affects your routing, and that affects kind of the intrigue of the whole thing. But I definitely think Dark Souls 3 does it wrong. Dark Souls 3, like I said, it's actually probably my favorite. Just because it's the best action game. It's like a really awesome, like, super fun action game where, like, you're sitting there dodging attacks, and the bosses are epic, and they do epic things, and they look really good, and it's, it's a really awesome game in that respect. But I think as far as, like, routing and, like, the intrigue that the game brings and stuff, I think it's not as interesting. I think it struggles a lot in that respect. There are reasons to do like routing gimmicks, right? Like, oh, like, I'm gonna kill the dancer first, right? But there's actually no reason to do that. Like, that's actually more work than just not doing it. There's actually no real reward for that at all. It's kind of the issue with it. Is like, yes, like that would be really awesome if there was actually a reward for doing it, but there isn't. I guess Aldrich is less of a pain, right? Like, okay, like Aldrich sucks. Fair enough, right? You go to Lothar Castle first, you don't have to deal with Aldrich. Because Aldrich really stinks. Okay, fair enough. So I guess there's that, right? You could kill Dancer first, and then you just don't have to deal with Aldrich. Oh, I need the stupid Red Hot Demon Soul. Hold on, I'll talk to him so I don't have to quit out when I talk to him next time. You can't upgrade Colorless Demon Soul weapons until Red Hot Demon Soul. But like, and that's really what it comes down to is like, I think it's one of those things where they brought it back because people wanted it. They're like, oh, people want mana bars. People like mana bars from Demon Souls, so we should give them mana bars. And then they did it for Dark Souls 3, and it like ruins the experience a little tiny bit. Like, it doesn't ruin it. I mean, look, they could have done it wrong for sure, right? I think there are advantages to it. Like killing DLC bosses would be so much harder with magic without mana bars, right? Like, if you had to actually get spellcast for your spells, that would stink really bad for the bosses, for DLC bosses. So I have to admit that the game is very obviously designed around it. And then arguably what's wrong with like DS1 and 2 is like DS1 magic is too strong because it's balanced around spellcasts, and in DS2 it's too weak because it's balanced around spellcasts, right? Although I think in DS2 it's actually more balanced than people think it is. I think the 1/2 modifier for all damage, because if you hit a DLC boss with magic in DS2, it does half damage. I think that's like really heavy-handed. I think maybe a 25% damage nerf would have been more appropriate. I think that's like a really, really, really inappropriately over-the-top nerf for spells, like, because they're not that good in terms of damage in that game anyway. But they just didn't. What happened was, they were really, really, really afraid. They were very, very, very terrified of magic being like the best thing again, right? Because if you play Demon Souls, I think magic is probably about the best. And if you play Dark Souls 1, I think magic is. I think in DS1, magic is undoubtedly the best. Like, if you're doing something other than magic, like if you're doing something other than intelligence, that's fine, but it's not quite as optimal. Like, you could definitely do like a Dex Faith, and that would be pretty cool. And that would be like, it'd be totally viable. You could go all the way to the end of New Game with that, and it would be just great, just fine and dandy. But it wouldn't be as good. There's just no way, right? It's just not how it works. And so, just to make sure that magic, and like honestly, if you do pre-DLC, magic is broken. Although in the DLCs, it's not as good. Well, that's the thing, is that if you're playing. That's why I think the nerf to magic is too heavy-handed in Dark Souls 2. Because if you're playing around magic in DS2, you, ow. Crazy. If you're playing around magic in DS2, it's like, it's just fine. Like, I think it seems really overpowered, but it's actually not that overpowered. It's just okay. And so, like, the double nerf on the DLC bosses is totally out of line. It's completely over the top, and it just makes magic like a lot worse, in like a really unfair way. So I mean, like I mean, I guess, you know, whatever, right? Like, you can use magic to kill all the bosses, at least in New Game. But I think that magic is like on the cusp of viability in New Game Plus in DS2, and they killed it with the nerf to DLC bosses. And I think that's probably the saddest thing about DS2. Because I love magic. I love doing magic. I love zapping people with spells. I mean, and that's the sad thing, is you have to go faith. You have to go faith or intelligence anyway for that game. Like, you actually don't have a choice because elemental infusions and weapon buffs are so strong. So it's like you literally don't have a choice. You have to go spellcasting stats, but you can't cast spells for it to like work. Like, it's so sad. It's actually really tragic for DS2. It's like the overpowering flaw with DS2, honestly. Where it's like, oh, you're required to do magic, but you can't actually use it for all that much. You can't use it for everything. I mean, like, whatever. I mean, you can use it for some stuff, right? So maybe I'm just belly aching a little bit. You know, it's like, oh, I only get to use magic sometimes for some stuff. Boo! I want to use magic for. I want to dark orb everything to death, right? Like, oh, what a shame I can't kill literally every boss with dark orb and crystal soul spear, right? Or and soul spear, right? Like, what a travesty that I can't kill every boss with those spells. But like, by the same token, if you're putting points into magic, I kind of think that magic should be something you can do. You know, like a lot, right? I don't know, right? I mean, that's a personal opinion, I guess you could say. So I mean, it really comes down to it's just part of DS2, you know, like it's a wacky game. Everyone knows it's a wacky game. It's just how it is. You know, at least in this game, I get to zap people with magic, I guess, for what it's worth. You know, and I think in this game it's probably really well balanced actually, because it's not that overpoweringly good here. It's like it's good. But it's not like game-definingly overpowered or anything like that. Like there are ways I could hit bosses harder. He's gonna hit me, yeah, shoot. Jeez, that stinks so bad. When you have to pull out the fire weapon for that. See, that's why I want a pay rapier. That's why I need a pay rapier ready to go. It's just for that. Honestly, maybe I should like hit him with homing soul arrow or something. But yeah, I mean that's kind of just it. Is what it comes down. Like, you know, I like magic. I'm a magic guy. But I mean, then again, I think that the character of this game is like not everything is like optimal, right? Like, oh, like, you know, I'm a big magic guy, and so, like, I think magic should be the best way to do everything all the time, you know? Like, I guess there's to a certain extent, that's the kernel of truth there, you know? Like, you gotta accept the fact that it's like, if I love magic, and I love casting spells in these games, like, it's not gonna be like, it's a dangerous thing because I feel like it's so optimal, it's so dominant and overpowering and optimal in DS1, and honestly pretty good in this game, too, that I guess they're right to go out of their way to make it kind of bad. Like, you can still beat the game with magic in DS2 and DS3, you know? Like, it's only when you start going into New Game Plus that you run into problems. Like, you could totally kill every DLC boss with Dark Orb, if you really wanted to. If you really were obsessed with doing it, you totally could. Right? And, like, I think that's maybe good enough or something, right? Like, I think maybe any more... You know, at some point it's like, okay, well, like, I'm obviously the magic guy. I like magic. It's like my thing, right? Like, well, okay, sure, right? And that's totally reasonable. You know, everyone has preferences. But it's like, I think maybe other people get a turn. You know? It's like, so for DS2, like, what's optimal is, like, Faith. Right? Like, Faith is really good in DS2. Well, that's not even really true. Hexes are really good. Like, Hexes and Faith are really good in DS2, right? Mostly Hexes. Like, Hexes and Pyromancy is really good in DS2. And then in DS3, like building defensive is really optimal, right? So just, like, stacking defenses is, like, really broken, and you can just, like, face tank, like, half the bosses in the game, basically. And, like, that's kind of how DS3 works, right? And then, like, DS1 and then Demon Souls in DS1, those get magic characters, right? Magic is probably optimal in those two games, you know? Right? Like, I'm doing this. I'm doing magic right now. Congratulations, right? And DS1, same deal, right? Where you're Dark Orbin and Soul and Crystal Soul splitting like everything, right? And so it's like, okay, well, you know, complain harder, right? About the fact that magic isn't overpowered in every Souls game. But it's one of those things where it feels like they have it out for magic, right? Like they're so afraid of magic being optimal again that they don't want you to do it. You know? Like that's the thing. That's where it gets to be a little frustrating. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. You know, like, you can't, like, here's the thing, right? You can't, actually, that's not true. Because I was gonna say, like, you can't use, like, Magic Sword Makoto forever. You know, like, the Magic Sword Makoto? Like, that, there's a katana in this game with no scaling, right? So it's like, in New Game, it's really great, right? If you fully upgrade it with Colorless Demon Souls, it's really good. Right, but if you try to bring it to New Game Plus, it's not that good. Although, to be fair,
about the main?
If you're doing New Game Plus with the Magic Sword Makoto, if you're doing New Game Plus with the Magic Sword Makoto, you can just switch to Soul Brant or Demon Brant, you know? Just kind of the thing about it is like, I was gonna say like, oh, well, like, you know, you can't just stack defenses in this game. You totally can. You actually totally can just stack defenses in this game and probably succeed. Like, I don't think I need a weapon other than Demon Brant for this character. Like, I honestly don't think, if I really committed to it, it would not be that bad to use only Northern Regalia as this character. Like, I could 100% do this character with only Northern Regalia. 100%. I don't think that's, like, super controversial or anything. So, like, that's a great example where, like, I was gonna say, like, oh, well, you know, like, you can't use, like, non-scaling weapons and stack defenses in these games. But I'm actually wrong. That's actually, you totally can in this game. You absolutely 100% can stack defenses in this game and get away with it. Absolutely. So, that's kind of the funny thing. So I was gonna be like, well, you know, you can't stack defenses in this game, but like I said, that's not actually true. You totally can stack defenses in this game. There's just an upper limit to how much value you can really get out of it. But I think my next move, like as you've seen, is my next move is to stack defenses here. This is good. I like this. This is really working out. This is really going this is going my way. I love that. It speaks to me. Boom. We run this way. Okay. Go down here. It definitely feels. I mean, like the thing is that like I use Dark Orb extensively in New Game Plus, right? I couldn't use it for everything, but I used it extensively in New Game Plus. I did, in fact, use it extensively in New Game Plus. So, like, any criticisms of Magic not being viable, I think, isn't really entirely truthful. Like, that's the thing. Is it like, yes, it's not as good. Like, you really can't do it for damage in most cases. But, like, there's still plenty of enemies you want to be hitting with Dark Orb and stuff, right? Like, it's like, you know, when you really get into the weeds, like, you have, like, it's true. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. That's absolutely happening. 100%. You better believe it. Oh, come on. No! No! Ah. Gosh. So dumb. Whatever. Oh, absolutely. Insanity Catalyst is absolutely happening. Ah, man. Stinker. I know. What a stinker. Right? Unbelievable, right? Can you believe that? Can you just believe this game is so rude, you know? Like I want the red carpet treatment, you know? That's what I deserve. I deserve the red carpet treatment here. That's the honest truth. I deserve the red carpet carpet trinker the red carpet treatment. That's what I deserve. I deserve that red carpet treatment. That's what I deserve. I want the game to roll out the red carpet for me here and just to like sort of like just get out of my way. You know, like that would be really good. If the game could present, although that is pretty annoying. Now that I think about it, like that is honestly kind of crazy, but like whatever. We're just gonna pretend I didn't see it. And we're just gonna move along. But yeah, Insanity Catalyst is 100% happening. This game should play itself. I mean, in some ways it does. This is like the most like hands-off Souls game in like the series, I think, for sure. So like if you want like a Souls game that's like really it's like, oh shoot. Okay, cool. Thank goodness. Okay, let's juice up here. Honestly, maybe I need Cat's Ring for this. Like I could honestly get Cat's Ring and that just not be a problem. So maybe that's my problem right there. Out of my way. Dumb worms. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, Crisp Blade. Let's for a little extra damage. Hold up, let's get the full healing here. Okay. Okay, Flame Lurker. Ooh, that hurts really good. That's smarts. Done that. Done that, Flame Lurker. Done that, Flame Lurker. 100-meter sprint. Oh, definitely this. Or, well, I guess... I don't know. I think Flame Lurker would be better at stamina. Like, I feel like Flame Lurker would beat him in, like, a long run. Okay. Okay, I guess we're just extra stuck today, aren't we, Mr. Flame Lurker? Ow. We're just extra stuck today, aren't we, Flame Lurker? I should have hit him with the bow there, actually. Ow. I should have hit him with the bow and arrow there. Like, just, like, free aimed the lava bow on him. He's gonna be stuck in that spot. There we go. The nice thing about this is it takes, like, no stamina. Ow. Who are you? Come on. Yeah. Budge, why am I'm stuck in my own trap here. Well, but I think he thinks he can hit me. This is like way more optimal. There we go. Boom. Nice and simple. Feels good. Feels so right. That's how you do it. It's that simple. Now we just got to take care of Dragon God. And then we go, or no, we level up twice, I think, here, right? So we take this off, we put on Phosphorus and Pole. So I'm going to go Vitality again. And then what I'll do is I'll pop the big Demon Soul here. I'll pop large Flame Demon Soul. And then I'll also pop I need False King. And then I'll also pop Beast Demon Soul here. And that should give me like 2 more level ups here. Yeah, cool. Cool. We're gonna level up one more time even. I need Mixed Demon Soul? Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna do some shenanigans. So we're gonna start by taking out. Where is it? Where's the great sword? Soulbrant. Okay, cool. And then we're gonna upgrade some stuff. We're gonna go to this guy and we're gonna upgrade. We're gonna get Northern Regalia just in case I decide I want it. It's really not very good, honestly, but if I decide I need it for something, it's there for me. And now we're chonky as all heck. Now we're real chonker. Honestly, we probably could have stopped at 30 magic. Nah, whatever. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I think if anything, I invested slightly too much into strength and dex for Blue Blood Blade, which I think was a mistake, or Blue Blood Sword. I think Blue Blood Sword has probably been the biggest disappointment so far, because I just don't have any luck. And I think maybe it looks a lot better in New Game. It looks really broken in New Game, but the second you get to New Game Plus, it's not as broken. Okay, so well, I guess we'll repair my stuff real fast, too. I think that's the thing, is it just looks really broken. Silver Cornet. It just, like, looks really broken, basically. Oh, not that one. Upgrade, and then we'll go... Oh, no, we need to talk to him. Well, I gotta quit out here. I need to give him Red Hot Demon Soul for this. Yeah, to circle back to your question, I definitely think that the Flame Lurker would win in an endurance round, and I think that the launch would win in the short run. Yes. Okay, now we go upgrade. We'll go Demon Brant into Northern Regalia. Boom. And then we'll go Adjudicator Shield into +5. And then we can start working on a Pay Rapier. So that should give us like an insane amount of health regen on that, and then also I think Northern Regalia is really good. Yeah, it's like a very small bonus over the other one, the main one. Oh, we can evacuate too. I mean, I even got to deal with the elevator. I don't even got to deal with it. The elevator just ain't a problem.
I would.
Okay, we'll drop off this. We're gonna need more grasses pretty soon here. Or, not grasses. Whatever it's called. I am very much gonna need more... Wing Spear I don't need. Honestly, at this point, I think Blue Blood Sword I'm just gonna bench. It hasn't pulled its weight, unfortunately. Well, I need to stand up still.
Best of luck.
I need to stand up still. Yeah, whatever, man. I need to stand up still. I still need to stand up. Give me 1 second. Oh, man.
Are you begging?
Oh, time to stretch. Whew. Oh. It's better. Okay, we get Warding and Water Veil for this.
Normally, I had to make...
Use Warding and Water Veil here to deal with this boss. And, let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm ready to go here. I'm ready to go here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just grand? Just unbelievable. I know. He can't do anything to me. He's completely freaking powerless. Yeah, look at that. He doesn't even scratch me. I'm just like a full-blown tank. We'll use the grass anyway here. See, if you're running, he does a lot more damage. You know, wears up just in time. Okay, now I need to put on Heater Shield. And do Water Veil. Oh. Come on. There we go. This is the scary part, actually. Because Water Veil is not anywhere near as strong as... yeah, as you can see, this is the scary part here. Water Veil is not anywhere near as strong as, and you can't really block it either. You have to be in, like, the right position. Yeah, geez, God, that's so scary. I think I just scoot up to the top there, kill the Crystal Lizard. Like the one Crystal Lizard worth killing. Hit him with the thing. Boom. Now we just need to make sure we get Soul Thirst. We just need to make sure that no matter what, Soul Thirst happens. We just hit him with the phosphorescent pole. Pretty sure you want to be on this side of him too. I think. Don't quote me on that. Okay. Why is it less than I think that should be? That feels like it's kind of low. I have Soul Thirst on, yeah. That feels like it's a little light. Maybe I don't know. That's weird. That feels like it's a little bit light, if I'm being honest. That feels a little light. Like Soul Thirst didn't trigger or something somehow. Because I feel like I got... Or maybe it's bugged or something, I don't know. That's like literally always a possibility. It's just like bugged. Absolutely. It's like, oh, that's absolutely always a possibility. Because I feel like Flame Lurker gave me a ton, right? No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Flame Lurker didn't give me that many. Maybe I just think Flame Lurker gave me like a ton. Because I guess technically that's both. It was both Armor Spider and Flame Lurker, right? So I think between the two, it looks like I get more or something. Okay, well, time for Tower Latria. Oh, you know what we need for Tower Latria? You know what we need for Tower Latria? Everyone knows what we need for Tower Latria. This ain't even up for debate. You know what we need for Tower Latria. You know what? Let's actually try Firestorm too. Exactly. That's exactly correct. That is exactly correct. That is exactly what we need. Oh, shoot. That is exactly correct. That is exactly correct. Exactly. This way, Mind Flayers can't do anything. This way, the Mind Flayers can't do anything to me. This way, man, Mind Flayers can't do anything at all. It's like the Mind Flayers are wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Anyone get that joke? Is that a joke that checks out in the modern era? Is that a classic? Everyone get that? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. We got the anti-magic field. That's what matters. We're gonna use it. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Mind Flayer. Do anything at all to me. Do anything at all to me, Mr. Mind Flayer. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right, Mr. Mind Flayer. You can't. That's right, Mr. Mind Flayer. These freaking Mind Flayers. They think they run. They think they run the world or whatever. But I, the generous guy, kills them or something. I don't know. They can't do nothing to me, no matter what. No matter what. I am untouchable. I think it wore off right there, so lucky me that I didn't die. I didn't die right there. Okay, so I think that leads me back up, right? So we'll head back up. And there you go. It's completely... Yeah, we need this. This is the real magic here. The real meat and potatoes of the... And then we'll try... I guess I'll try Firestorm against Doll Demon. Or against Fool's Idol. Just to kind of break it up a little bit, you know? Just to kind of do something a little new. It might backfire and she might kill me, is the problem. But in that case, I just go to Northern Regalia and it just doesn't matter. I think Northern Regalia is more than good enough for her, so it's fine. I don't really have to overthink this. I don't think, anyway. And notice how little mana this costs to cast, too. Yeah, it's like basically free. It's like just about free. It's like 10 mana to cast, which is just unbelievable. It's like paying nothing, basically. So, let's see, where am I going? No, I need the door for this. That's okay, because I need to buy some spices anyway. Or no, I need to go through that door to get the spices, don't I? So where is the key? Oh, it must be this way. Right? Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Mind Flayer. Go ahead, Mr. Mind Flayer. Do your thing. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Well, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing, because it must be somewhere around there. Or no, I think I need to turn the other way around. Tower Latria for you. The good old Tower Latria for you. Good old Tower Latria. Causing me problems. Good old stinking Tower Latria. Good old heckin' Tower Latria. What would we do without the Tower Latria? I think Tower Latria. This game just wouldn't be the same without it. You know. You need that little bit of like crap, you know, to make the rest of the game really shine. You know. Like if your game doesn't have like things like this, places like Tower Latria, then the good parts don't like stand out. You know. That's the thing. You need that. This is a hot Tower Latria take, like a piping hot Tower Latria take. But you need that. You need Tower Latria to suck, or otherwise the rest of the game doesn't make any sense. You know, that's the thing. That really is the thing. You know, like that really actually is the thing. Like go figure. Well, let's see here. Wait. I was gonna do something really stupid. What was I gonna do? Yeah, never mind. I think I was gonna try... I was gonna try maybe like Ignite in Ritual Path or something. Like, I think I was gonna consider trying Ignite in Ritual Path. So I need to rescue Yuria one more time. Oh. Oh wait, we need to buy. We need to buy some spices, like bad. I'm running dangerously low here.
You're...
What up? What up, homegirl? Thank you.
Thank now.
There we go. See, that's all we needed. We got to get those good spices. Squidman turned it exactly. Well, this Squidmen hate him. Mind flayers hate him. See this? You know those clickbait pictures from those clickbait ads. Mind flayers hate him. Learn this one weird trick this man used to defeat mind flayers. And to me, it's anti-magic field. This crazy SOB is killing mind flayers right and left. Watch now. And then it's like a clickbait like banner ad or something. Like one of those like clickbait ads on like a piracy website or something. It's like learn the secret technique to kill mind flayers. Anti-magic field. Good old anti-magic field. Good old anti-magic field. We go here. We can skip the blob too. I guess we can kill him. Let's do something stupid. Actually. Let's do something stupid. Let's actually do something really stupid. Funding bat. Oh, I can't cast magic either. It's a two-way street. It's a freaking two-way street. I didn't know. I didn't know, actually. I actually didn't know. I actually did not know that. It's a two-way street. That's... Okay, there you go. You learn something new every day. I did not know that. Yeah, Squidman, yeah. Buy my educational tape. Buy my totally legit tape on how to kill Squidmen in one easy step. It's like, are you tired of being killed by Squidmen? Are you tired of mind flayers paralyzing you and then grabbing you and killing you in one shot? Are you tired of dying to range spells from halfway across the game level? Order now. This instructional DVD that'll teach you all the secrets to mind flayers, including, but not limited to, anti-magic field and other things. Order now. $9.99 plus shipping and handling. It's like one of those like condo things where it's like, you want a timeshare, don't you? You want to kill Squidman in Tower Latria, don't you? That's what you want. Well, order now. Order right now. Order right this second. Buy now. Get the anti-Squidman training video. You get a job as like a cashier or something, and it's like they have you in a room and they're like watching the training video, and it's like, what to do if you see a Squidman? Remain calm. Remain calm. Make sure you have your anti-magic field ready to go, as that will easily defuse the evil Squidman. Remain, and then it's like it ends with remain calm, I guess. Remain calm is how it ends. You gotta do the whole remain calm thing at the end. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. Okay, we'll try Firestorm. This is gonna stink really bad, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. Hey, come here. Come here, you. After this, we're gonna go rescue Yuria, actually. Like how that crossbow hits so much harder than an actual crossbow a player can get. Never ceases to amuse me. Some stones of ephemeral eyes there. Okay, we'll try Firestorm. We'll try it. I don't like my odds here, but we'll try it. Oh wait, no, we need to kill Humble Servant. Almost forgot. See, that's the thing about that. That's how they get you, is Humble Servant there. That's how they really get you, is you're forgetting to kill the Humble Servant. That's how they really get you. The dang old Humble Servant. If I forget to kill him, that's a disaster. I can't even kill the boss at all. But that's okay, because we get to visit my favorite NPC in any Souls game ever, the Humble Servant. The joyful Humble Servant. It's like we all aspire to be this guy. This is the guy that everyone aspires to be, is the Humble Servant. He's just so cool. You know, it's like this is the guy that Taylor Swift writes songs about. He's so cool and handsome as hell. He's so bad, but he does it so well. This is that guy. This is the guy that Taylor Swift writes songs about. Like, Taylor Swift loves this guy.
What do you want? I am a humble servant. I do not wish to interfere. I won't cause you trouble. I won't.
Yeah, Taylor Swift scene with the Humble Servant.
Please.
And he takes 2 hits to kill, too. But we get one more precious line out of him. Boy. Squidman? I wish, God. You know, then we could kill infinite Squidman and get... That would actually be useful. That's the thing. That's the thing. You bring that up. That would actually be useful, because then what I could do is he could revive Squidman, and then I could have my anti-magic field up. The Squidmen get revived, and then I kill them over and over again to get spices, right? So, like, hypothetically, that's actually, like, that would actually maybe be useful, is the thing about it. That's, like, actually the thing, maybe. Spice for life. I know, yeah, exactly. Infinite spice. We'd be sitting there, we'd be calling ourselves the Spice Mill. Or whatever. We'd be one of those kit shops in a strip mall selling spices. We'd be like Dune or whatever up in this. We'd be like in a desert. We'd be on the desert planet Dune. There'd be sandworms everywhere. We'd have spices for days. For sure. Okay. Time to kill the doll demon. Or whatever. What's even going on with her? We don't know. Trying to pick off some of these so they don't get in my way. Okay, I think I just like go up to her. I think I might be able to kill her in one shot with Flamestorm. How much mana do I have? 336. Okay, so I think I can cast one Flamestorm and then get away with it. Oh, I did it wrong. See, if I'd hit her faster, I probably would have killed her. Okay. If I'd been fat quicker on the draw there, I probably would have killed her. Ow! Shoot! Please don't kill me. Fudge! No! Ah! Ugh. Stupid game. Ugh. See, if I needed to be faster on the draw there. I needed to hit her with 2 Firestorms in one go. I didn't think it would work as well as it did. I didn't realize it would like actually work. You know what I mean? So like I was just like I just didn't think to do it. You know, it's practice. It's a practice thing. Just a practice thing. And then yeah, so that's what I need to do. It's just like hit her twice in one succession. Yeah, so I think maybe some of the pillars didn't hit or something too. Yeah, you might be right. I feel like if I just, I think what happens is she can be, I think what I waited too long between fires. So I think what I needed to do is I needed to, I hit it twice really fast. And instead what I did is I kind of waited. I was like, she was like, because she teleports, she doesn't teleport instantly, right? And so I was like, oh, like I'll just wait for her to teleport and then I'll hit her again. But I didn't realize I could kill her in one shot. I didn't realize I could one-shot her, actually. And I think that's the mistake I made. That's like the real meat of the mistake. That's okay. I'll grab some. What I'll do is I'll grab some more spices while I'm here. Get 6 big ones. Boom. Yeah. Okay. And then I don't have to worry about it. And then I just need to make sure I have enough mana for Soul Thirst at that point. Okay, and I can go. I think I can go all the way to the bottom and just skip all the rest of the Mind Flayers. No, that was good. That was actually kind of a good try there. You learn something, you know. It's just how it is sometimes. I've never killed a boss that way before, and so big surprise I do it right, you know. Big surprise I need to kind of tweak it a little bit. Kind of work the strategy out. Get it fully on the table. Oh. Oh. And that's just how it is. Go this way. I think some of these are stones of ephemeral eyes, right? Yeah, okay, sure. I'll collect some of these, I guess. One of these is Clever Rat's Ring, which I don't need another copy of. I think it's this one right here. Yeah, okay, whatever. It's good enough. Yeah, so I should have it this time. This should be the go. We should be all something's the go, or whatever. And then what I'll do is I'll rescue Yuri and I'll get whatever it's called. I'll get Ignite. We'll try Ignite out. There's a possibility that Ignite is really good. I think it's a 2-slotter though is the problem. So like I would need a Ring of Magical Nature to attune it alongside Warding. And so I don't think that's worth it. So I think Man-Eaters, I might do Man-Eaters with... I may in fact do Man-Eaters with I think I might actually just do Man-Eaters with Homing Soul Arrow. I'm not sure, but I can like try Ignite or something. It's melee, but it might do a lot of damage. Maybe Ignite is like a huck. But I mean the thing. Oh shoot! Uh-oh. Okay, thank goodness. Ow! Oh, it hurts so bad. Eat that. Okay. We go for it. We're just gonna full send it. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, okay, interesting, interesting. I didn't expect that, actually. That was a little unexpected. I think I just maybe positioned really wrong there. I need to be like right on top of her. Basically, right? It's the one on the end. Ah, oh jeez. Triple check that. Yep. What is going on with that? Interesting. Okay, this maybe isn't the way. Interesting. Well, that's okay. Where this kind of stuff fails, Northern Regalia succeeds. It's so weird. How could I have expected that? That's so weird. That is so weird. Maybe Ignite will do better? I don't know. That is so weird, though. I actually didn't expect that at all. Come on. There she is. I know, that's so weird, right? It's like pure luck, I guess. So I think for some bosses, it's like guaranteed to get... Her hitbox is so skinny. She's such a skinny legend. I guess. As the joke goes. Or whatever. Oh, come on. Come on, bro. What? Again? I thought I triggered it. Jeez. Okay, sure, whatever. There you go. Nothing you can do. That was weird. Go figure. Go figure. Go figure. That's just weird. And then we'll go rescue Yuria real fast, actually. I think I'll level up and then rescue Yuria. Yeah, this is, you know, search me. But Northern Regalia is our pinch hitter there. You know, we need a little bit of to bring a little bit of juice there, and Northern Regalia is good enough. So now we go legendary hero soul. I think it is enough to level up, maybe. No, we need 1200. So we'll go for another legendary. Or let's actually eat some of these. There you go. We'll eat another one there. Okay, we'll go to 50 fit. And then at least then we'll be really tanky. Yeah, and then so to rescue Yuria, we're gonna need to take off Firestorm. I think I just go Soul Arrow, and I guess maybe Fireball. Let's try this out.
Normally, I had to make an exception.
Yeah, let's go rescue Yuria really fast. And then I can get Ignite, and I can try Ignite out. Maybe Ignite will be like really impressive. I don't know. I actually haven't used Ignite, to be honest, so we need to test that out. Not that this is like all that essential. We can mess around with Fireball a little bit. I don't think it's optimal, but... Oh, shoot. Gotta put my shield on. We're gonna need that. We can mess around with Fireball too here. Come on, guys. Guys. Freaking dogs, man. Come on, puppos. Daddy's working. We'll go play fetch later, doggos. Oh, heckin' doggos. Oh, I need to put on heal. Whatever. We'll deal with that later. Okay, let's try Fireball. Let's give this its fair shake. We'll give this its fair shake. Can I rescue Yuria? Does Bloody Ring of Keys still work? There's no way that carries over, right? There's like absolutely no way that carries over, right? Like 0% chance that those items carry over, right? Let's try it. Let's see. Let's take a look. There's just no way, right? But surely there's no way. Like this, that wouldn't make sense, right? Try this out. Let's see how he does. Okay. Boom. Yeah, it's okay. Wait. What are you saying? So you're saying I need to be close to the altar or not? Okay. So you're saying, okay, so they didn't spawn in the middle. Okay, I see what you're saying. So you're saying what happened was they spawned the fireball there, because she was so close to the altar that hit her a bunch of times, right? Is what you're saying. So they couldn't have spawned in the middle of the altar, and so they all hit her. Okay, fair enough. So you're saying if I hug the altar next time, I can probably one cycle her, right? Is that what you're saying? So it's good to know. That's actually really good to know. Let's try fireball again here. Let's waste no time. Okay, sure. That's a good idea there. Okay. Hey, gentlemen. Ah! It's not worth it. Mana-wise, there's no way that's worth it. But conceptually, that's pretty swag. Oh, shoot, he's still alive. Like, there's no way that's worth it mana-wise, but that's totally swag. Okay. Oop. This guy, huh? Yeah, okay, cool. Actually, wow, I did pretty good there, actually. That was actually pretty okay. Could have been a lot worse there. No, it says he's invisible. Oh, okay. Hey, look at that. Okay. I see you. Okay. That's a little something there. Wow, that was pretty funny too. There's a little something to that. That was actually pretty okay. It wasn't the end-all and be-all, but boy did that do its job, actually. That really felt like it was worth the mana. Like, that actually felt like it was worth the mana. Which is pretty rare. Uh-oh. Ow. This is so dumb. I should have just killed him right then and there. Instead of, like, doing this. This is, like, so stupid. Oh, whoa. Speaking of stupid. You know what? I like it. I like it. I'm getting my money's worth there. That's... Hey, you know what? Gosh darn. That's... You know what? That's a thing. That is a thing. Is it necessarily, like, optimal? I don't know. Maybe not, but... Boy, did that... Hey, that cut the mustard. And it's like, yeah, I spent a bunch of mana, but, like... Whatever, right? That was something. That was, like, actually legitimately something. I think I'm sleeping on Fireball. Like, hardcore. Uh-oh. Well, that's not gonna do it. That's not gonna do it. I think what I need to do is I need to do this. As sleazy as it is, I need to do this. Like, I need to just sleaze this out as much as I can. These dumb, stupid, fat officials are just the worst. Oh, I guess I could do this. As long as I time it right. So the one barely hits me. Let's try Fireball. Oh, okay. No, I can anti-magic field fat officials. What am I whining about? I can literally just anti-magic field fat officials. There we go. Right? So let's just do this. Now he can't do like anything to me. Now he's just like completely impotent to stop me at all. I can even Northern Regalia him. Uh-oh. On my way, son. Yeah, follow this phosphorescent pole. I need the mana. What am I doing? I need that precious mana. Go ahead, Mr. Fat Official. Let's see you cast your precious magic at me. Ow. See, that stung way less than whatever the heck else he's doing. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. That's where it is. That's where it's at, right there. Man, it's all coming together. The whole plan, the whole setup is just it's starting to be there. It's something. The whole setup is working out. Oop. We got our bases covered. We're abusing uh-oh. Well, okay, I guess some enemies are still gonna be an issue. Oh, wait a minute, no they're not. No, they're not. Look at that. It's that simple. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Now we put on our shield to get some health regen, to get that sweet, sweet health regen. And it's just that simple. It's just that simple. Feels good. Feels really good. Ow, that really stung though. Okay, but I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have taken that. Should have just fireballed him. Called it a day. Where is he? Oh. Okay. Oh, I have anti-magic shield on. Or anti-magic field on. Whatever. I'm liking this. This is a real setup here. This is a real heckin' setup. For once in my life, I feel like I'm getting value. Look at that. Just incredible. And we can charge these two. Or we can't. Boom. It's like hypnotic. There's like something kind of like hypnotic about it. I'm just like going through, trudging on through, taking names, writing it all down, getting my values worth. Oh yeah. Oh, come on. There's always one enemy spoiling. And he's like, the fact that he has a spear like doesn't matter. And his shield, because his shield is just too weak to stop my bolts. Oh, there we go. Yep, nice and simple. Wahoo. Mamma mia. Oh. Princess Peach is in another castle. Mamma mia. Now we use it, there we go. See, and then 2 more victims. 2 more victims is what these are. Victims. These are victims. That's what we're going to call these guys, as victims. These 2 gentlemen. These are what you call victims. That's what we call these 2. Victims. These are going to be my next victims. The next victims of whatever I'm cooking up here. Whatever I'm cooking up. These are the victims. Boom. Okay. Boom. Get that sweet, sweet backstab because we're playing Sekiro. God, it feels so good. Yeah, I can't do nothing. You can't do anything, can you, Mr. Fat Official? Look at that. It just doesn't get any better than this. It just doesn't get any better than this, does it? Just doesn't get any better than this. It's just a slam dunk. Just complete. That was just a complete slam dunk. I have it all figured out. I got all the pieces in place, all the pieces of the puzzle stuck together. I got the roadmap. It's just it's cutting. We're cutting right through it. It's like nothing. It's like butter to me or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like it just yeah, there you go. I just have all the pieces. All the pieces of the puzzle. All the clues. We're doing the Lost we're doing Lost, the television show here. Where I got all the answers. Look at that. This game, it's a solved game. You know, like that's the thing, is it's a solved game. It's like Pac-Man or whatever. You know, it's a solved game. I solved Demon Souls using my wit and good looks. And I guess we'll rescue Dingbat. Actually, we're not going to rescue Dingbat. We're actually not going to rescue Dingbat. And the reason we're not rescuing Dingbat is because the reason we're not going to rescue Dingbat is because I don't want him to get in my way while dealing with Blue Dragon. So it's like, probably it's not that big a deal, but if he gets in my way at all dealing with Blue Dragon, that's really bad. That's like not how it works. That just ain't how it works. We don't want him to get in my way. Because he triggers the Blue Dragon's fires, or he triggers the Blue Dragon to breathe at weird times. So I want Blue Dragon to breathe at a very consistent to do the fire at very consistent intervals, so that I can run through the fire really consistently. Because there's like a very consistent setup for running past the Blue Dragon, and if you goof it up at all, it's not the end of the world. If you goof it up at all, it's not the end of the world, but you also can't if you goof it up at all, you will take a ton of damage. Like, you'll just die. He'll just like one-shot you. So I actually don't want Bior to be there. And the thing about Bior too is that like if you accidentally hit him in the penetrator fight, he'll like aggro on you too. So he actually just gets in your way. Like, unless you're doing New Game or something and you want him to basically deal with kill penetrator for you, you do not want to summon Bior if you can avoid it. He's actually kind of he kind of weighs you down a little bit. So I'm not going to free him. Not that I don't like the guy. What up, homeboy? Oh shoot, I forgot anti-magic field. Boom. Go ahead and cast your spell, smart guy. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Heavens, I would.
Feel cool. Okay, now we can mess with Ignite. I don't think it's going to be good, but we can mess with it. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to pick that up. Whatever, it's fine. We can mess with Ignite now. It's probably not, like I said, it's probably not going to be good. Because the thing about Ignite is that it... the thing about Ignite is that it's melee, right? So, but I mean, if it does a ton of damage, it does a ton of damage. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. It always kind of loses out because you need Hard Demon Soul for Flame Barrage or whatever, and that's actually a pretty decent spell. That's actually a spell I probably could use more if I really thought about it. So like maybe I will. Maybe I'll try that out. Maybe I'll try Flame Barrage because it might actually deal insane damage. I think Fireball is good because you can hit AoE and stuff, and it's like decent against a lot of enemies. But I think what I'll do for this next segment is I'll try Fire Barrage or whatever it's called, and I'll try Ignite. I'll try those two, and we'll see what I can get out of it. We'll see if the combination of those two things is like really impressive to me, and like actually kind of gives me what I need.
Are you?
So we remember spell. Oh wait, no, we need to talk to Yuria.
Just in short.
Yeah, Sage Frake, whatever, blah blah.
Hello, if you but why not?
Yeah, whatever. Come on.
I
Look it up, princess. Oh yeah, there you go. Woo. There you go.
Thank.
There you go. Now we get to try these out.
Are you?
So we'll try Fire Surge. We'll take off Fireball. So Ignite's 2, right? Yeah, Ignite's 2. We'll take off Fireball, and we'll take off Soul Arrow, and we'll try Fire Spray and Ignite.
Normally, I had to make.
So we'll give this a shot. We'll give this its fair shake. There's a possibility this will just, like, clap so hard that I'll just, like, blast these enemies out of the stratosphere. Probably not. Probably not, honestly. Like, I feel like that's, like, very wishful thinking. That's, like, very, very, very wishful thinking. But we'll give it a shot. I'm not gonna sit here and, like, I'm a scientist. You know, at my very core, I'm a scientist. While I'm sitting here playing this game, I'm wearing a lab coat and safety goggles. That's what I do while I play, is I wear a safety coat and I wear a lab coat and safety glasses. Okay, well, you know, whatever. No, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I think that's maybe not it. Let's try Ignite. Okay, well, we learned. You know, you gotta learn these lessons. I think these are just super resistant to magical. Well, it's mana efficient. Come on. Oh, that's okay. That was actually okay. I think this might be doable. Okay, cool. Sure. Sure. I think I don't really need any help here, actually. We'll grab Gold Mask too. For what does it do? Does Gold Mask actually do anything interesting? Does Gold Mask actually do anything? No, it doesn't do anything at all. At least as far as it says here. It's just weird. Okay, that's weird. I don't know why. It just doesn't do anything, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. Whoa. I'm like really playing with fire here. Ow. I'm like really playing with fire here. I should just do fireball, honestly. If I'm gonna do this, I should just go fireball. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, these enemies are always gonna stink. Yeah, I think fireball is probably the way to take it here. If I'm really gonna do this, because like, I mean, this, look, like, I could very easily hit these things with... Like, that just ain't it. Right there. Yeah, okay. So I think this is gonna be a soul arrow fireball kind of place too. Yeah, well, it might be good for, man-eaters. Actually, it may actually be good for man-eaters because they're weak to fire, and I don't really have any other options. My only other real option is to go. Although to be fair, I think man-eaters is a good boss for warding. Because you use Northern Regalia, because they don't really do that much damage. That's like the secret to them. They really struggle to deal very much damage to you, right? That's the thing about man-eaters. Okay. So what you do is you just warding up, and then you just hit them with Northern Regalia. And like, yeah, you're not doing that much damage, but it doesn't matter. I might also try homing soul arrow. I think homing soul arrow might be the trick against these guys, honestly, because like I can hit them from this distance with homing soul arrow. I need like fireball and homing, or I need like flame toss and homing soul arrow or something for these. Obviously, I don't know. Worst comes to worst, I can do warding and then Northern Regalia for the man-eaters. That's on the table. I mean, and the thing is that the problem is that you're so close to them. Let's see who does. I mean, you're guaranteed to stagger. Look at that, though. You're guaranteed to stagger, though. I have to give it the credit of the fact that you're guaranteed to stagger. Right? Like, whatever I say... It's so annoying. Out of my way. Jeez. Come on. I do have to say you are guaranteed to stagger. Right? Like, you gotta give that its credit where it's due, that if you're guaranteed to stagger an enemy, that's pretty okay. Even if you're in melee. So I might be able to use it against, like, a lot of enemies, actually. But I think because it's not at range, it's just always gonna be worse than homing soul arrow. I think if it took up one slot, it'd be worth considering. I think its real downfall is the fact that it takes up 2 slots. Oh, there he is. But I think it's definitely not that bad. But I think actually getting the enemy in the spot to actually make use of it is going to be rough. Maybe it's a little slept on, but I'm trying to think of a scenario where an enemy like really crumbles to it. Man, I mean, we'll try man-eaters. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, we'll try man-eaters. Maybe if it staggers man-eaters, that's all that matters. If I hit the man-eaters with this and it staggers them, that's insane. So like, there's always a possibility that it does something kind of cool. And honestly, it probably wouldn't be that bad against Doll Demon either, or against what's her face. I think it's not unviable. I think maybe it's not the best, but it's not unviable for sure. I mean, we can try it against these dumb enemies up ahead. Maybe I mean they kind of have too long a range for that, but we'll give it a shot. And I don't think I want to try it against skeletons in Ritual Path or anything like that. I think that's really dumb. I think probably Fireball is the way for those. And then, or no, yeah, like maybe I could try Fireball for those. And I don't think it's really worth it for enemies in Swamp of Sorrows. Like, maybe, right? Like, I could hit a Great Unclean one with Ignite, right? Like, I could just sit there and truck, like, a Great Unclean one with Ignite. But, like, is that really necessary when you can just Ring of Thieves past them, right? I mean, maybe. Right? But I think maybe Fireball is just, like, better. I don't know. Let's try it. Let's give it a shot here. Boom. Okay. It's cool. I think the lack of range is where it really does it dirty. Because I'm not really hitting that much harder than... Oh, let's see. What am I hitting for? Yeah, I'm not hitting that much harder than Phosphorescent Pole. I think that's what kills it. It's like I could very... I think probably a warding setup with... I think probably a warding setup with... A warding setup with Northern Regalia would probably be better than trying to use Ignite. The thing about Mana Eaters is I'm actually just gonna go full. I'm just gonna go all the way, and I'm just gonna try to use Homing Soul Arrow on them because they're really annoying. And I'll just use like Flame Toss or something too. I'll do like a Flame Toss Homing Soul Arrow thing. Maybe I'll try to hit him out of the sky with Flame Toss. Instead of warding Northern Regalia. I mean, I've gotten good results with warding Northern Regalia on them, for sure. But we'll try Homing Soul Arrow, and then if that doesn't work, I'll just go back to warding Northern Regalia. I hate the stamina consumption, though. It kind of bothers me. That's the thing. It's like the stamina consumption actually kind of bothers me. Like, I actually find it a little bit disconcerting. It's a little tiny bit like, okay, like this is a little too much stamina to be swinging. Because you really only get to hit the enemy like twice. And then in the meantime, you're still in melee, and so if the warding drops off for any reason... Oh, shoot. Oh, come on! Come on! Come on! You... Oh, you... And that one-shot me, too. Ah, God. Oof. Hey, what can you do? I was, like, trying to get in range as fast as I could. Okay, let's try Fireball. Let's try Fireball against these. That's crazy. That literally just like, bam. I don't even have... The thing is, I don't even have Ring of Magical Sharpness on. That literally just one-shot me. That just like perfectly one-shot me. And I think the gold armor too. The funny thing is, I think some of these armor pieces have slightly have like decent magical defense. So my magical defense is not that low. I have like 191 magical defense, which is almost as good as my physical defense. I think I probably would have survived if I blocked it. That is crazy though. When you really think about it, that is just so crazy. Yeah, we'll just do Soul Arrow and Fireball here.
I had to make an...
And we'll just like blast them. Screw it. That's how it is sometimes. I needed to expect that, to see that coming. That's crazy. I know, and I'm so like... I'm always biffing Upper Latria, like right then and there. Like that's always the place where I'm biffing Upper Latria. I can't ever screw up Upper Latria early. I always screw it up late. And so it's always a giant nightmare to deal with Upper Latria for me, because I'm always screwing it up at like the exact wrong moment. Oh, okay. Hey, it's something. Oh, it's okay. Well, you know. Cool idea. Cool idea. Maybe not in practice so much, but we got our values with a little bit there. Oh, come on. Whatever. Is that an ugly way of doing things? Yo, you better believe it, but sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty a little bit. Is it just the one? Yeah, it is. That is, yep. Try this again. Okay, wait, there's the one. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This one, which I probably should just kill in melee. Yeah, I mean, look. It is what it is. It is what it is. Honestly, this is probably a more efficient... Yeah, okay, I think this is actually legit. I hate to be the guy who breaks it to everyone, but I think that's actually legit. I think that's actually legit, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, okay, never mind. Yeah, we're on it. Because he just hits, it staggers him out of whatever he's doing. It's so broken. Like you know for a fact they made these enemies kind of magic resistant, so to dissuade you from doing this, but because it staggers them so cleanly, it doesn't matter. So I think I just melee him. This one. Plus they like every time you hit them in melee, they like fly backwards. So like connecting a melee combo together on those things is such a pain that it actually makes more sense to cast spells with them. It's like it's just insufferable. I'm gonna miss the cycle. Whatever. Whatever. Nothing you can do. Oh well, I actually didn't miss the cycle. That's really crazy. I didn't miss the cycle at all there. Okay, we're gonna try fireball against these guys. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this does. If I two-shot them, it's really good. If I don't two-shot them, it's really bad. Now I could like three-shot them with fire. I mean, we'll try soul arrow. If soul arrow works, I might just attune fire flame toss. This flame toss is not that bad. It's pretty average. I think okay, so that's not ideal. It's like fine. Okay, sure, whatever. Maybe I'll just, yeah, maybe I'll just fireball these. Just because they're really annoying. I'm a little bit short there. Oh shoot, there's another one. I mean, I would say that it's not worth the mana, but it totally is fine. And while they're staggered, I just go boom. Yeah, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. You know what? I hate to say it. This is like actually kind of legit. I'm like actually kind of moving through it pretty well. I think that hitting the gargoyles with the magic is a real breakthrough, unfortunately. Which, like, again, it sucks because they are resistant to magic, but their animations are just such that it works out. It's just not quite clean enough. Honestly, I mean, I could do Crisp Blade. I could do Crisp Blade for these, actually. That'll give me that little extra oomph I need. Oh, wait, no. Well, I can't now, because it's Mind Flayer time. Okay, we're gonna do this right. We're gonna do this right. I don't feel like dying to Mind Flayer again, if at all possible. I feel like maybe that makes me look very foolish a little tiny bit. Maybe just a little, right? You know, but it ain't good. We need to kill these guys without dying. So you need to reduce the enemy's health to 0 while keeping your health above 0. There he goes. Go ahead, pal. Cast your fancy magics on me. Go ahead, buddy. Cast your spells. Oh, that's right. Ha ha ha. I did it. Now we just need to deal with this next part. Now we just need to deal with even more of these enemies that everyone loves. Oh shoot, I'm anti-magic field. I can't even cast spells. Oh, come on, man. Come on. No! Don't do this to me. No! It did it again! No, I didn't want that to be the... Oh my gosh. Whatever. It's so stupid that I had that in my hand. I had my stupid Talisman of God in hand. Why did I have my Talisman of God in hand? Why did I do that? Why did I make that mistake? Whatever. It's like, why is this place always so bad? It's like you goof up even a little bit and it's just a nightmare. It's like so stupid. Oh, now it's time to just cast this spell 15 times. Or no, I think I can run past these ones actually. Okay, you know what? To be fair, I can run past these ones. Maybe we'll just try that. To be fair, I probably can run past these. I'm 99% sure I can just run past these enemies, so... Okay, you know what? There you go, right? I'm not really playing with the full deck, so to speak, right? Like, I'm not really giving it... I'm not really doing all that I can here to circumnavigate this area if I'm not, like... If I'm not just running past those ones. Yeah, I know. I don't know. You know, it's like so stupid, right? It's like you can't even kill a squid man without making their pet ants mad or whatever. You know, like you're sitting there and you see the squid man and you're like, oh, let's kill a squid man, and then it's like the ants get so mad about it. No matter what you do, you can't win. It's like really dumb. It's just unbelievable. It's like I think squid men should be killed on sight. Like you should be allowed to just kill squid men all the time for fun. Absolutely. Like that's the thing. It's like that's what paradise is murdering squid men. Over and over again, I guess. Then that makes sense to me. I can jive with that as a concept. Like when we get to heaven, it'll be open season on squid men. And we can kill them all. But those stupid ants, those dumb ants, just get in the way. It's like you can't kill a squid man without the whole hive getting mad at you. You can't shut down a squid man's magic without him killing, without his pet ants just swarming you and killing you and biting you to death. It's just so stupid. It really is just the dumbest thing in the world. And I'm kind of hoping maybe From Software will release a patch for the game and kind of fix that. And they're going to have a new Squidman hunting mode where you can go around stabbing Squidmen to death. And you have all your magic spells that just diffuse Squidmen completely. And that's how the game should be. Definitely. I think maybe they could do a Demon Souls 2 and it's like a Squidman hunting simulator. A Mind Flayer hunting simulator. And the plot of the game is that Mind Flayers have no rights under the judicial system. If you're a Mind Flayer and you're in trouble for anything at all, you are instantly killed. Which I think is a pretty reasonable thing, actually. We could definitely see some. I could definitely see some of that for sure. Like, I mean, you know, Miyazaki hire me kind of situation here. You know, kind of like a Squidman hunting game. Oh God. Okay, well, this is. I think I need to fight my way through these actually. I don't know if I can... Uh-oh. Where even am I? Boy, thank goodness the swamp isn't poison, though. You gotta give Miyazaki that. This could have been a poison swamp, but it wasn't. It's like, when will it end? When will the tyranny of the Squid Man stop? When will the Squid Men stop one-shotting humble, hardworking Americans like myself? That's what I want to know. When will the humble, hardworking Squid Man... Oh, shoot, I mean... When will the humble, hardworking anti-Squid Man get his day in the sun, you know? These darn Squid Men. And the thing is, it only takes one Squid Man. Guilty until proven more guilty. Exactly. And the thing about Squid Man is that it only takes one Squid Man to ruin the whole thing. You know? Like, it only takes the one Squid Man. You only... It literally... That's what's so crazy about it, right? Is like... You know, you have 0 Squid Man, there's no problem. There's just a bunch of ants. You have 1 Squid Man, and suddenly it's a crisis. And that's the thing. That's the crazy thing about it. These dumb squid people. It's like, how do we as a society address the Squid Man scourge? That's what I want to know. Like, what is President Trump doing about the Squid Men? Does he have a plan of action to contend with the Squid Men? What's the European Union doing about the Squid Men? Is there like an anti-Squid Men task force or something in play to ensure that we have complete control of the Squid Man situation? Because once you have 1 Squid Man, then you have 2. And then you have 3. And then you have 10. And before you know it, your whole house is infested with Squid Men. They're running all over your carpets, getting into your bags of cereal and flour. Eating your Captain Crunch or whatever, getting in your Raisin Bran, eating your Special K or whatever, getting inside your candy drawer, eating your chocolate. You catch a Squid Man and he's got chocolate all over his face from the candy he ate out of your candy drawer. Oh shoot! Let's not fall for this one again. Oh god. See, they know. They have it right around that corner. It's just so crazy. Yeah, so you're sitting there and the Squid Mans are getting in your chocolate. You know, you come home after a long day at work and you're like, oh boy, I get my chocolate. Our future centuries, exactly. Yeah, because Squid Men carry diseases. They carry diseases like malaria. So it's like whenever you hear like a weird like whining noise in the corner of your ear, that's a Squid Man. Definitely. And yeah, so they're trying to work on the Squidman abatement strategy, but you know it's tough going because there's a lot of Squidmen out there, and they can also feed on animals, wild animals, because they're really good at that. They're like, not to mention, women love Squidmen. That's the other thing. It's like that women always have the women love their pet Squidmen or whatever. Everyone loves pet Squidmen, honestly. So they kind of represent a larger social problem where. They're kind of a nuisance, but everyone has them, so they're like whatever. And then they're sitting there eating your cheese. You gotta put out Squid Man traps. Oh god. Okay, you know what? This is kind of swag, actually. Hey, there you... Wow, okay. You know what? No, hey. You know what? You know what? I'm all about that. That's actually... You know, and then before you know it, you know, you got wild Squidmen out there in the wilderness. You know, you got feral Squidmen. Can't deal with the feral Squidmen. What are we going to do about the feral Squidman population? You know, I don't know. There's just too many of the dang things. And then it's like all the, you know, the Squidman shelters or whatever. Oh. Ah. Oh, God. Oh, God. So that's the problem, is that Squidmen are a political problem. You know, it's really a political thing. Squidmen represent a political problem. Oh, shoot. Come on, stop doing that. Oh, you... Okay, you know what? No. We're... There we go. Boom. Nice and simple. Finally. Yeah, so anyways, what I was saying about Squidman. Yeah, and then, like, you know, there's not going to be any, like, Washington... You know, the people, the figureheads in Washington, you know, they're never going to deal with the Squidman problem. They're going to be sitting there zapping you and paralyzing you and then shooting one-shot missiles at you. You know, and it doesn't matter because big business interests love Squidmen. That's the main thing. It's like you can't go against the Squidman lobby. Otherwise you'll be blacklisted. If they catch you talking crap about Squidman, it's over. That's the thing. You got the Squidman right groups or whatever going crazy over it. And then in the meantime, the Squidmen are in your living room. You know, they're scurrying under your couches and stuff, and eating your Frosted Flakes. And you can't go outside without stepping in Squidman poop. That's another thing. That's the thing I hate the most about Squidman, I think, is that if you go outside, you literally, there's no grass anywhere in like the whole neighborhood where there's not Squidman poop all over it. They're in your wall, exactly. It's just there's just no way to deal with it. It's like my apartment has a big Squidman problem. My apartment has a big, huge Squidman problem. Where I'm sitting there, and I'll like go to the landlord, and I'm like, bro, the Squidman problem is out of control. If you go outside at night, there's literally so many Squidmen outside that it's disgusting. These are disease-carrying Squidmen. It's like I'm literally trying to do my laundry in the middle of the night, going to the laundry room, and there's like in the summer, and there's literally so many Squidmen that it is disgusting. It is like unbelievable to me that anyone thinks that this number of Squidmen is acceptable in any way, shape, or form. It is literally horrifying. It is nightmarish to have to deal with this many Squidmen in my neighborhood, and they're all over they're all over the neighborhood, but I think they're coming from the apartment that I live, basically. I think the apartment building that I have, and there's this whole clause in the lease too. It's like hilarious. It's like pests are a problem of the tenant, and I'm like, it's like it literally says like pests are a tenant problem, and I'm like, it's like there are literally so many of them swarming outside. You are delusional. This landlord is delusional. They don't even know how many of these stupid Squidmen are outside at night. It is intolerable. I've never lived in a more dilapidated place in my entire life. It's like imagine giant rats, giant black rats outside at all hours of the day and night, scurrying around. And these landlords are so dumb. They think, and it's so, you know, look, I don't want to get too weird about this. Okay, but here's the thing, right? Squidmen come from the Crimean Peninsula. Okay, they come from the Black Sea area. Okay, the thing is, they're concentrated in neighborhoods to the west and the south. So there's tons and tons of Squidmen all over the place in the neighborhoods of the west and the south, and nobody realizes that they're Squidmen. They think they're like some kind of harmless, like gargoyle or something. No, these are disgusting, full-blown Squidmen. I don't know how people I don't know how people can't recognize a Squidman when they see it. I don't understand how another human being can look at a Squidman and not recognize that it is a Squidman. That is the craziest thing to me. To me, a Squidman is so obvious that it is like appalling. Like they have their own. They're so obvious. Like you can't confuse a Squidman for a gargoyle or you can't confuse a Squidman for a gargoyle or for an ant, like these ant enemies, right? You can't do it, right? And it's just so insane to me. It's just so crazy to me that, you know, it's like I've lived in so many neighborhoods where there just aren't as many Squidmen. And then here, it's like there's just Squidman all over the place. It's just unbelievable. It makes me so angry. It literally makes me livid with anger, because it's like one of those things where if you're just not an idiot, like I don't know how to explain to these landlords that they're just stupid. They're just stupid. Like I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to explain to them that like they have no respect for the natural sciences at all, and they need to be educated on what a Squidman looks like. And they need to, like, recognize... But that's the thing, is it's like, you know, money for... You know, it's like... I would sure love to do nothing and make money doing that. So I guess there you go, right? I have to give them the respect of the fact that... Yeah, that's the thing. That's probably what's going on. You're actually 100% right. The Squidmen are actually in my walls. That is actually exactly what is happening. That is exactly what is happening. What happens is it's winter right now, and so the Squidmen hide in the walls. That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. You are actually 100% on the money. The squid men are hiding in my walls. You are completely correct. That is exactly what's happening. 100%. The squid men are in my walls. They're hiding in my walls, waiting out the winter so they can come out during the summer and be really gross and disgusting and annoying all summer long. That's exactly what's happening, actually. I think they're averse to light in humans. So they're not as bad as like certain other species of squid men, but they're still bad. They're still bad. It's unbelievable to me that nobody even knows. But this is the thing: is if you don't, it's one of these things where you don't know what you don't know, right? If you have no passing interest in the natural sciences, and you haven't been taught that the natural, you haven't learned anything about the natural world in your life, of course you would disregard Squidman as being a problem. Of course you don't question the Squidmen. Oh, I've grown up my whole life in the Squidman infested neighborhoods because everyone here is, doesn't even know what a Squidman is. They can't even recognize that Squidmen are like really distinctive and really obvious, Like they don't recognize that that's what it is. There's no interest, right? That's the thing, right? Is when I see a big ugly squid man, I am instantly interested in what the hell it is. I am instantly interested in what the hell I'm looking at. I'm like, what is this thing I'm looking at? It's a giant squid man. What is it? Surely we have some information about this giant, disgusting squid man, right? But it's like most people don't think like that. They don't think, oh, where does the squid man come from? Why is the squid man here? What's the squid man doing? How does the squid man survive the harsh Utah winters? They don't ask themselves these questions. It's so insane to me that someone can see a giant squid man anywhere at any time and not instantly be curious about every aspect of its ecology. It's like I would give anything to know more about the ecology of this organism, and yet some people don't even begin to question. They question the natural world around them. I don't understand how that's even possible. I legitimately do not comprehend that. To me, it doesn't register to me. Okay, why do I have the wrong spells for this? You know what? Let's just try it. Let's just full send it. I'm human form anyway, so it's like whatever. Let's just full send it. Actually, I guess I could go Northern Regalia here. I'm fast rolling, right? Am I fast rolling with Northern Regalia? Am I fast rolling with Northern? No, I'm not. That really sucks. Okay, whatever. I just take that off. Yeah, this stinks to high heaven. We'll try it out anyway. But yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Is the stupid squid men are in my dumb walls? Absolutely. I just don't see them indoors. They're like in some kind of basement or shed, or sub basement, or something like that. And the thing is, in Salt Lake City, you know where the squid men end and stop. I've lived in every apartment I've lived here in Salt Lake City. I've never had a squid man problem until right now. It's what happens is these dilapidated businesses don't care. And like honestly, the crazy thing is, based on my research, these squid men are like comically easy to get rid of. These are like a very delicate species of squid man that it is like they're weirdly high effort. There's some squid men where you try to get rid of them and it's a real nightmare, because what ends up happening is they have really fast life cycles, and so they reproduce like rapidly, and so you have little squid men running around your floors all the time. Yeah, the true epidemic of our time, exactly. The frickin' squid men. And so the thing is, these squid men, there's some species of squid men that are like impossible to get rid of. Okay, and the reason why is very simple. And it's because their life cycle permits them to basically reproduce so fast that you can't get rid of them, right? That's something that's a very real thing. If you ignore those kinds of squid men, you are in so much trouble. You'll have so many squid men pooping all over your kitchen, and they'll be swarming everywhere. And anything you try to do to get rid of them just won't be sufficient. You have to like coat every surface in poison to get rid of them. But these stupid squid men that I'm seeing outside of my apartment are like child's play to get rid of by comparison. They live for like a year, and they reproduce really slowly in specific windows. They really can't cohabitate with humans. They're para cohabital. I can't remember what it's called. There's a word for it. But the basic idea here is they don't actually live in human dwellings. They live near human dwellings, presumably to help them survive the winter. Okay, so if you just address them during their breeding season and you kill the adults, they die out. Like nothing. They have no chance of survival if you're trying at all, I think. I think they're an extremely easy, as far as I understand it, they're an extremely easy species to beat. And I infer this based on the fact that they're nowhere in the city except for the places they are. So there's people, and possibly it's a city thing, possibly it's the city authority who isn't cleaning them out of the sewers. That's one possibility. There's like some kind of corruption in the city system where they don't see it as a problem, even though they're not native. That's another thing, is they're not native, they're invasives. So it's like, why would they ever in a million years accept these organisms as being around here? And there's some organisms, right? So you have like the man-eaters who live in the foothills, right? So there's a species of man-eater that lives in the foothills, and these are invasive. Okay, these man-eaters are not supposed to be there. They live in the wilderness. Yeah, we're still talking about Squidman. I'm still going on a rant about Squidman and how much I hate Squidman. But anyways, like I was saying. Oh, shoot, it's 3. Hold up, we'll kill this boss real fast. And then I think I need to end stream, actually. I lost track of time there. Thanks for popping me out of that one. It's so infuriating. I think I might actually Northern Regalia this boss, too. But we'll save that for next time. I gotta call it a day. I gotta call it a night here. I guess I could try Ignite. Let's try Ignite. Let's actually just try Ignite. What did I take off just now? Oh, I took off Soul Thirst. Okay, whoopsie doodle. Whoopsie doodle. Let's take off. I need that. Let's put on Ignite and we'll try Flame Toss and Ignite here.
Be careful.
We'll do that next time, and then I think warding is the strategy for this boss though, just because like he doesn't really do very much damage, and so you can just sit there and hammer him with Northern Regalia, and it's probably good enough. Honestly, if I really wanted to, well, whatever. I think Northern Regalia is probably my Huckleberry there. But everyone have a good night. I gotta get ready to. I gotta go take care of some stuff. Whatever. I mean, I've been streaming for 3 hours. There probably won't be a stream tomorrow. I'll probably be looking at streaming the day after tomorrow. Or no. Or what did they say? Tuesday? No, there's a stream tomorrow. There's a stream tomorrow. There's no stream Wednesday. Sorry. I don't know why I thought today was Tuesday. Yeah. You guys, everyone have a good night. Thanks for watching.